about to turn it up.
Michigan Nation, what is up? It's your boy TJ Ronin and my guest host, my man Pen Game. You might now turn that down a little bit.
All right.
So just turn that down a little bit.
Okay.
So my guy Pen Game here is my guest host tonight, none other than the MC of the Michigan Nation, Michigan Wolverines. What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm good, brother. How you doing? It's a blessing to be on here. This is the spot, y'all.
Hell yeah, dude. So I just want to introduce everybody so you guys know the deal. For every $100 we go an extra. This is the call-in show. This is your show. We do the damn thing. Me and Pen Game are here to talk anything team related. The SEC being garbage because they can't win the game, bro. Notre Dame just got a dub. Freaking Ohio State looks like they're kind of good, and Texas better do something about it, bro. Because I'm getting a little pissed off. And then Penn State, like the Final Four right now for the playoff. Penn State, that's bullshit. We could beat them. Notre Dame, they're garbage. Ohio State, we already beat them. And then you got Tech. We got to hope Texas does something, bro.
Yeah, and Texas is not looking like they were at the beginning of the year, man. And here we are looking like we could take every team that's left.
I know, man. And it's like what's really messed up, man, is if our QB game was down and we had a weapon, damn, we probably might be able to. We could have repeated this shit.
The defense, man. But that's why our defense.
Yeah, no doubt. And speaking of the defense, and we're going to talk about that. So, what is up, boys? Shout out to everybody in the house. Let's see. Damn, Detective Loki's already doing the damn thing. Appreciate Detective Loki for donating a membership to the community. And then my guy Beats and Trees got 20 on me, bro. I lost $20 of this guy.
Oh man, what was the bet? Nah, it wasn't.
He was giving me 7.5 on the Oregon Ohio State.
Oh man, I wouldn't have touched. Who you were going for Oregon?
Yeah, I took Oregon.
They have a hard. I mean, that's not I wouldn't say that would have been a bad bet going into the game. Yeah, they dropped the ball, bro. They dropped the ball.
All right, so if anyone remembers our show on Tuesday, I said there's only two teams. It's so funny, bro. I said there's only two teams who can talk shit because there's nobody in college football who could talk shit to us.
Nah,
no, not Ohio State. I said, well, there's maybe two. Oregon's got bragging rights. They beat us and they won the Big Ten. And then I said Georgia potentially could talk some ish because we've never really played them. They've always kind of ran the SEC. Well, that's done.
Yeah,
they can't say no. Georgia and Oregon. No, I don't want to hear a damn word out of them either. Like, there's nobody who can say a damn thing to us. So, we're always going to hear from Ohio State, especially if things go well for them. But it's wild. But I want you to tell us. So, for those who don't know, our man was at the bowl game, bro.
Yeah,
Yes. Game was at the bowl game, bro. So tell us about it. What was it like, man? What was that like? Weather like? Just tell me, what the hell was it like, bro?
Well, I'm sitting there, man, and I was kind of upper on the other side of, if you're looking down, I'm on the opposite side of where the ships are, upper level. So, I had a nice drench with that rain coming down straight on us. At the beginning of the game, I'm looking for, I like to look at how the players are reacting. How if they're loose, if they're stiff, if they're, uptight. Michigan was loose, bro. Michigan was out there. Those recruits were tossing it up to each other. Those recruits were they wanted to play so bad, man. You could tell the recruits wanted to play so bad. So I was watching, just looking at that dynamic, and then Warren, man, I really feel for him that he got hurt, man. Warren was moving. I watched Warren play 2 other times this. Well, he didn't play the Illinois game, but I watched Warren play, the Michigan State game earlier this year, and just to see him go from being uptight to, he was really loose. He was really, moving around well, and the team just looked like they were ready to go, man. Alabama kind of, I'm not saying they didn't look like they weren't ready to play, but they didn't have the energy that Michigan had towards the beginning of that game, and I think we all saw. And then after the boys, I mean, I couldn't see much because I don't know what you guys could see on the broadcast, but after it started pouring down raining, bro, we couldn't see. Like it was hard to see from the area that I was at, man. All I could see was the maize on the helmets, bro, and the white on the Bama jersey. That's it.
Dude, how hype? All right. I mean, but could you feel the crowd and like the energy? Turnovers were happening though.
You could just feel the Alabama side because they were probably, I'm not saying the loudest. We had some people there too, but they were really, you could hear, they made their presence felt. And you could feel the life out of the Alabama fan base get sucked out of there, bro. They're talking about Milroe. They wanted him. They want him gone.
Yeah.
They're like, please don't come back. All this stuff. Amongst the chatter of the fan base. Of the Alabama fans wanting him to, which he is declared already. So you got all that going on. But once this started to clear up, they still had a shot at the game. That rain lasts for a little. They still had a shot at the game, bro. And I don't know if he was seeing ghost of Rose Bowl past, but that dude, he was just, it just wasn't right for him, man. I don't know what his issue was, but he just kept, his foot. It's like he just couldn't get his footing right for nothing. I didn't know if the people said it was the cleats. It seemed like something because they all were they were out of sync, bro. They couldn't get their steps right. They kept falling. They kept slipping.
Yeah, I think they definitely had a cleat issue because it did improve as the game went on, but they were definitely, Ryan Williams was slipping everywhere. That game was wild, man. But all right, let me ask you this though, so we got the big lead. We were up 16-0.
16-0. And our players are moving fast. The defense,
they were
fast out there, moving quick.
Agree. I mean, Cameron Brand, they all look great. TJ Guy, Derek Moore looked nuts.
He was a beast. He couldn't be held out. He couldn't be held out there, man. He was a beast out there, man.
Yeah, for sure. We'll talk a little bit more about this. I want to remind the audience, for every $100, we're going to go another hour. Greatly appreciate everyone watching the show. If you are watching the show, please like the video. We greatly appreciate it. Helps us get into the algorithm. Also, I want to let you guys know, and Nick, we got you coming up next. He's going to be the first call we'll take. This is the call-in show. So I just put the link in the chat. You guys want to call in? We'll do the damn thing. We'll do 8-minute calls. And you're going to chat with me and our guy Pen Game, bro. And we're going to talk some ball. But so, bro, all right, so let me ask you. So we have the 16-point lead. Alabama's starting to kind of creep a little bit. Were you getting a little nervous watching it? Or
hell yeah, I was getting nervous. I was getting nervous, but I wasn't showing it. I never show it at the games, man. Maybe it's just I don't like the opposing fan base to really. If it's a Michigan fan base, I'm more vocal about it. But when I'm around other fans, I kind of just sit back and chill, man. I don't really let it out. But I was feeling it. I was like, okay. I think when Milroe broke loose, I kind of got a little worried, and I think that's when they went down. They scored. I got a little worried, man, when they scored, because I was wondering. We got stagnant for a while, and it seemed, and we all saw we were playing like we were playing against Ohio State. We just was like, okay, we're gonna hold this. We're gonna try to suck the air out of the ball. we're going to hold this. We're going to grind this out. We're going to run it, and we're going to rely on our defense and field position. And, the punter, nobody's talking about the punter. The punter for Michigan was booming the ball. And, he had one bad punt. The punter deserved to have his name be spoken about. The punter put the defense in excellent positions to kind of tip the scale on the field position for Bama. That whoever that punter is, man, that guy we need to definitely retain. Is he returning? I mean, is this guy? Yeah,
we'll be back next year.
Yeah, Hollenbeck. We need to keep that guy, man. That guy's big too. Guy looked like he was like 6'3" or 6'2" out there, man. For a punter, he was pretty rich. So I got worried, but when I saw Marshall running the ball the way Marshall was running, I was like, you know what? We don't need to put Davis in, skip it. Because I was like, why isn't Davis going in the game? Yeah. Orji completed 2 passes, a screen to Samaj, a bubble screen to Samaj Morgan, and another pass. And I think he had an interception. And after that, I was like, man, the crowd was getting, Michigan fans. As much as we love our squad, they were murmurings in the crowd and people heads down and like, man, here we go again. Because it's been a constant theme with us with poor Orji out there, man, put in situations. So I think that he hasn't really had a chance to be put in those situations all year. So the fact that he's in a bowl game, pressure on the line, he throws an interception. People want to see Davis out there. We don't get it, but. Credit to Wink Martindale and that damn defense, man. That defense is flying around out there all day. And the story of our season, man, is our defense was our strength and our running game in key situations. Sharon Moore, shout out to the whole staff, the way that they conducted that game, whether we liked it or not, instead of putting the freshman in there. And I think they just don't want to put the freshman in that situation.
Yes.
I don't think it's I'm not going to say trust because that's contradiction. Because if you trust him, you're going to put the guy out there. Yeah. I just think they're like, maybe we got to protect him from himself.
Well, so Sharon Moore did comment after the game. He said the reason why we went to Orji is because we felt like it gave us the best chance to win.
To win the game.
Because his legs. So guess what? I mean, he ain't wrong because we won. Nah. So, I mean, he did the damn thing. I mean, I was listening to – who was I listening to? Shoot, I listened to a few people give their analysis on the game. It might have been I don't remember. I listened to a few people. And I don't know. It doesn't matter. Point being is they said if you look at what Sharon Moore did this year with the quarterback situation, the offensive situation, and still achieved an 8-5 record, beating and closing the year out on Ohio State and Alabama. 2 playoff teams, right? Everyone believes that. A lot of people believe Alabama got snubbed. I mean, it's a good first year. It just, unfortunately, there was some poor player personnel decisions in the offseason last year. It's a new offseason. And I want to give an update. So for those, like, people are like, where's Justice Haynes? What's going on? So we have told you guys for a while not to worry. We told you guys for a minute. We were like, all right, it's good. Like, everything's all right. And then I think we gave you guys it was an update either Tuesday or a little bit before that. We essentially told you guys, he just has to go through the academic process. It's all good. Well, it was confirmed today by more than one other insider, if you will, that it's good. Pete Nakos had something about it. I think Steve Lorenz also had an update on it. We're good. Like, it's been good. It's good. He's going to be at Michigan. So don't fret that. And then we know, Owen Waffle is, or Wafel, however you pronounce his last name.
He's leaving.
That's a bummer, and it does suck. And it does suck because his brother's a beast, and his brother, it looks like we were in a good spot with that. But, word is, him and Espo weren't necessarily, it wasn't, he got recruited under the previous defensive line coach.
That's always an issue. That's always going to be there. We're going to lose. That's a part of the transition. Being a former college athlete, I had a offensive coordinator when I was at ICC, who left during the middle of the year, and we had more. It was like a open, like an air raid type of offense, and then we had a guy took over for him that was more of a ground game guy. And I mean, when he went into the preparation after spring, it's that's like protocol. You're gonna, because if you're gonna get fired, if you're gonna get fired, you want to get fired your way. You don't want to get fired not living up to your ideology as far as a coach and what you want to do. So it's not like that player, he just probably just doesn't fit. Like you said, it's probably a relationship thing. He probably just doesn't fit in. It could be a lot of different things, but that's a part of the process of Michigan getting to where we need to get. We're going to have guys leaving that we love. And I was just praying to God that Samaj Morgan didn't leave, or and let's still hope. That's still hope.
Far we're good. So far we're good. I want to give a shout out here to our guy Dominic for the $10 super chat. He says, "Go blue." We appreciate you, Dominic.
Go blue, baby. Go blue.
Yes, sir. And I also want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out here to we got a Buckeye in the chat.
It's all right. Buckeyes,
yeah, we respect that. He goes, the domination of the SEC has been great to watch. Got to cheer for the Big Ten. Listen, the SEC, I mean, it's done. That's done, dude. They are no longer. Listen, Big Ten's the conference.
I'm gonna tell you like this, man, and I've been saying this for a while now. With the SEC, with their scheduling and the way that they've gone about business the last few years, man, with us I know the guy's a Buckeye fan, but man, this is just, everyone talks about this. So it's not like I'm throwing dirt on them.
Yeah.
When it became fair, besides Ohio State, when everybody has a shot at these players, man, and it's not being this under the table stuff, and now it's like parity. As far as Sharon Moore shows up to my house, whoever shows up to my house, the money is equal. Who are you going with? That was the only thing stopping Michigan from acquiring some of these talent. So you got these other coaches with the same ordeal or the same thing going on. We're seeing it. We're seeing what happens when the SEC doesn't have that in their back pocket right now.
Right. So, I've been thinking about this a lot, and I think, listen, this playoff has proved the hell out of it. The reason why the SEC had that nice 12, 14-year dominant run is because they were playing a different game. We know that. A lot of us. Some people realize it a little later. I mean, they're still, to be quite honest with you, like maybe 3 years ago.
They're still playing that game too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they are. But like even like 3-4 years ago, there was a lot of people like they didn't believe it.
Oh, it was going on.
There was a lot of people, even like Georgia fans, didn't think that they were buying players. Like on some
that's hogwash.
We agree. But the other team who was also playing that game was Ohio State playing that game.
Oh, that's known
to another level, but they were doing it even before that with Maurice Clarett. We know this. This is known.
Oh, all that. Yeah.
So the point
being, all that.
The reason why Ohio State had that fantastic little run they had, which that's done corner up. And the reason why the SEC had the run they had is they were just playing at a different level. It's a new era. It's a new era, man. So, and then shout out to our guy Cliff here. Appreciate Cliff. He's on the Michigan channel and the point per minute.
He's right. He's right. Cliff's right.
Yeah, the first coach to lose to Michigan twice in the same year with two different teams.
Ouch.
That's a bad look, bro. All right, Penn Gang, you ready to take some phone calls, man?
Let's do it, baby.
All right, let's do it. And I also want to give a reminder, guys, for every $100, we go another hour. So currently we are 85 away from our next hour.
Oh, y'all better do it. Come on, y'all. Keep it going.
Let's do it. All right, we got Nick on the line. What's up, buddy?
What up, bros? How's it going?
What's up, man?
Okay, there we go.
There, bro?
Sorry.
There you go.
Phone, every time I call into this damn show, my phone goes berserk, man. Matt Weiss be like trying to jam up the phone lines or something.
Shit, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just need a new phone because my Apple just came out with a new update and my phone is slow as shit.
That's the problem. You got Apple.
Yeah, Apple.
Hey, man, I was a Google Pixel guy. I think I'm going to switch, honestly.
Fair enough. So what's good,
anyway,
Nick?
dude, just wanted to quick say this. Dude, I'm sorry. There's no elite teams in college football this year. So many of these teams are trash, dude. Like, I think the expanded playoff will be better in the next coming years, hopefully. But all these damn teams, man, have so many fucking flaws. Like, None of them actually deserve to win a championship. The standard's been lowered as far as regular season performance goes because you have 12 fucking teams now. So I don't know, man. I just hope we get better quality of football, man. The refs are fucking everything up. They're fucking calls up left and right, sloppy.
Tell me that wasn't targeting.
Oh man,
what?
Tell me that wasn't targeting,
bro.
Dude, that was literally the definition of targeting,
bro. They have who was it? Was it I posted something earlier today. It was
what they're suing. I saw something there.
The here I'll pull it.
Oh,
up.
the NFL referee, the NFL referee.
No, Scott Van Pelt. Yeah, with the NFL referee.
NFL referee, yeah,
saying that like that's targeting.
He said it's targeting. It is targeting. I mean, Connor Stallions was saying that he brought up a good point, and I saw in his message. He said it could be different levels of targeting and different penalties. That is right. I agree with that, but that was targeting. I don't care what level you want to do it. That's targeting.
I heard people say on other shows with a straight face, they're like, well, it wasn't with the crown of his helmet, and he hit him with his arm first. First of all, go watch it. They hit helmet to helmet first. That is the first contact. Yeah.
You could hear it.
It really what it comes down to was the guy in that moment who caught the ball. Was he defenseless? Was he a defenseless receiver? The answer is yes.
And he was concussed, and he was kind of out of there, man. His arm limped up. You don't just do that off a regular hit, man. It takes a lot for you to limp up like that, man. Where you just go out like that. He got concussed a little bit.
Well, let me also go on, Nick.
No, I was just going to move on to a different subject real quick. So if you got something left to say,
let me also just say this selfishly. I'd rather have Texas play Ohio State than Arizona State.
You got a good point. You got a good point. On that.
It is what it is, but it's wrong.
And it's in the Cotton Bowl. So that's pretty much Texas at home. That's a home game for Texas.
So I'll take it because and that goes right into B-Dub's super chat here tonight. Our super chat. I personally don't know if I can stand a Notre Dame Ohio State national championship. Both fan bases are terrible. Go blue, always coming, never not coming. No shirts always. Appreciate you, B-Dub. And he's not wrong, man. Because
Sark is our only hope. Sark is our only hope, bro.
But what I'm saying is, if Notre Dame or Ohio State wins the national title, then technically they're the champs, but they're not. They're less deserving than we've ever seen. I mean, look at the Ohio State doesn't even win its own damn conference.
I know they won I know they didn't go to the Big Ten championship, but we can't be that fan base, bro.
No. I'm not saying I won't recognize the championship. But
it ain't a 14 playoff. It's a little bit easier over a road. Although I guess you could argue the road's a little tougher because there's so many rounds. But let's be honest too, there's some cupcakes in that road. So
just hang on a minute because I think that really needs to be put home. It's all right. Whatever team wins the national title this year, not going to be as deserving as previous teams, but they're still a legitimate national champion because of this. However, what I'm saying though is that if you're the fan base of one of those teams who wins a championship, be happy you won a championship, but don't immediately start turning around and being fuckwads and being like, oh yeah, could have beat Michigan last year, would have beat 15, 16 Clemson. It's no, you wouldn't beat any of those teams. You probably most of these teams would have got crushed by a previous playoff team.
I would agree. All right, so I agree with you. I agree with your point that these teams this year are not on the legendary status of some of the previous teams. But I will tell you personally, bro, I will not look at this national title or any future national title any less than any previous one before because you won it. These are the rules. This is what it is. It's up to your individual school. Ours is Michigan, obviously, but it's up to the individual schools to figure the fuck out, bro. And that's on us for not having a quarterback because it could be ours this year.
Yeah.
I think Ohio State could be in a little bit of trouble with Texas. Now, we'll see if Quinn decides to shit his pants. At times, that kid just makes terrible decisions. But I do think Ohio State has had, I would say, a substantial edge over most of the teams. Oregon is closer, but Oregon doesn't recruit top 3, top 4 every year. They're like 8th, 9th, somewhere in there. There's like a decent gap between talent. And I think a lot of their players on defense, they look small to me, undersized. That is not the case with Texas. You can make an argument that fully healthy Texas has the second or third best defensive line in the country.
Oregon,
and they're very physical too.
Oregon had the number 3 class.
I was going to say that. I was going to say
no,
maybe.
But I'm talking consistently. That's one class. From what I've seen.
Okay, I'll give you that. I give them that. Oh, if he's looking at like a longer than 5 years, longer than a 5-year window, you got me. You got something right there.
Yeah, Texas is typically higher.
Yeah, Texas is one of those schools. The name speaks for itself. I mean, that's Texas University. So, they're going to have the houses.
I think it's going to be a good game. I'm sorry, man. I just even if I was being objective, I wouldn't pick Ohio State. I just have a feeling that Will Howard is going to make a terrible decision in crunch time. You can tell it's coming. Like, he gets the deer in headlights looks too. And dude, one other fucking thing. Joel Klatt and so many of these other college football pundits, they're like, it's been that way this whole time. The answer was for Ohio State to throw, to open up the run. They need to approach the game against Michigan, and they need to throw it. And I'm like, you guys still understand that like Ohio State can have 3 or 4 or 5-star wide receivers, first-round talents at wide receiver, and a star quarterback throw the ball and still get their ass kicked by Michigan. It happened in 2021. CJ Stroud threw for 400 fucking yards. What are they talking about?
Nick,
you go ahead, TJ.
Let me get this. Let me just.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Let me. So I've been hearing, Nick. I've been hearing what you're talking about, bro. Like, man. And then I was arguing with an Ohio State fan yesterday, and he's like, "Oh, Ryan Day went full retard because part of my I'm just quoting my guy. I'm just quoting, and because with the game plan because he decided to run it up the middle, which they did, and he goes, well, they didn't throw the ball. Let me give a correction to any Buckeye who's watching or anyone who wants to, just so anyone's debating any of these Buckeyes. Guys, Will Howard threw it for 33
30. I was going to say over 30 times.
It's not like they didn't throw. The reality is our defense locked them up. We had what Oregon and Tennessee are doing is not what we did. We're not putting guys on islands. We're not doing heavy blitzes either. Wink Martindale handled that shit so correct. And he did the same thing against Alabama, which is why Ryan Williams got shut down.
Yes, he did. I was going to say that when me and you spoke on that, just real quick, because I was at that game. Right, look at the Ryan Williams against us. Here's the thing about Michigan that I don't think people are understanding, and I'm talking about other fan bases, not ours. Ryan Williams had a catch that was an inch away from being completed. Granted, now, yes, he had enough space to maybe tiptoe that thing and catch it and lean. So maybe the accuracy could have been better on the pass, but whoever was on, I can't remember the player who was defending it, but what he did as far as his technique, as far as closing the distance and the little shove of the body, that little tiny shove, when Williams went to go put his foot down, he was getting shoved and foot went out of bounds. The little tiny things that Wink and that Morgan and that these guys are putting into these, Michigan is a different beast. They move they move fast out there, man. They're attacking. They were ready for Ohio State, and these other teams don't prep for Ohio State like we do. So that's why the national media does not see it when they see all this Michigan 7-5. They're not going in depth on our development as a team. They're looking at surface level information, and they're going off that. Ohio State's going to route them. We know week by week our team improved, kept improving. We knew they caught a little streak against Oregon second half. We knew they improved when we shut Indiana's ass out. We saw what they did, with Michigan State, and we saw what they did against Northwestern. We knew as a fan base, this defense is projecting in a good sense that we can go in here and kind of do something. We all felt if we could play our game and the offense didn't just straight up lose it, we had a chance to win that game. So I'm not hearing any of this mess about Ohio State, and Michigan. If they tried to pass. They tried to pass. They got outsmarted.
If Ohio State, the correct answer is this: if Ohio State played Michigan again, they probably lose. Like that's
Who?
probably
Who
what
would
happened.
lose?
Ohio State would lose is what he said.
Ohio State would
Yes,
lose.
yeah, yes, they will. Yeah, yes, they
I
will.
believe that, and I would actually go a step further. I completely agree with everything you just said, but I would take it a step further. Not only does Michigan prep differently than everybody else, a lot of that's based on personnel. Other teams can't prep defensively like Michigan can because it's Michigan's whole defensive identity centers around having two massive first-round D tackles who basically it's like trying to block two bodies instead of one.
Yes.
And those dudes are rushing you. Michigan is the only team in the country that can send three guys
and have the whole back end.
They can literally rush three guys. Two of them are first rounders. The other one's a borderline. Derek Moore, I would say he, depending on how next season goes, he's absolutely a top 2-round talent, NFL talent.
Agreed.
Same with Deshaun Barham. But like, what other teams can rush three guys where essentially the three guys that are coming after you are all Americans and like legendary historical players, and then drop 8 back in coverage? Not only was Will Howard not seeing the field well, and a lot of that's because he got his bell rung by Makari Page. He wasn't the same quarterback after that. But yeah, you can't. No other team in the country has anything close to the ceiling and level of star power that Michigan has on that defensive line. It's my opinion, if we just had a decent quarterback, we make the playoffs. I'll bet you we win a couple games. I don't know if we'd win the whole thing. But, like, we've been beating good teams' asses without a fucking quarterback.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
So I'm stunned. But all this bullshit about, well, it was a fluke, or, like, I just can't wrap my mind around how Michigan beat Ohio State. You don't understand ball, bro. Those people do not understand. And they completely they don't understand at all the type of personnel that Michigan has. The reality is if Michigan continues to recruit the defensive line and develop the defensive line, Ohio State's going to keep losing. Because Ohio State, the one area that Ryan Day has not recruited well is offensive line across the board. He might get a 5-star here and there, but so many of the guys that they recruit offensive line are like low to middling.
It's going to be hard for Ryan Day to recruit an offensive line because he's so air raid, bro, and he doesn't run the ball enough. So he needs a certain type of offensive lineman. That is not good for the type of defensive line that we got. That is not good. You need to be running the ball against our type of defense to kind of balance it out. You know, you don't want to sit back and be getting pressure all day. You want to be moving forward too. You don't want to just be in retreat position the whole damn game because Michigan's got bull defensive lineman. TJ, let's add this part into this situation. As far as at the beginning of the season, when you were, on your show, you've gone about it a lot about Wink Martindale and the players adjusting how it was at the beginning of the year. Is it fair, and this hasn't been brought up, isn't it fair for us to look at it like this? I heard maybe it was some communication things as far as the Will Johnson talk with Sam Webb. You got to tell college players A, B, C, D, E instead of just go through there, put your left arm up, pursue. Could we be seeing, now that Wink is coming back, there's an extra layer of maybe the way that Wink wants to communicate? Maybe that was a disconnect at first when he first came in. Yeah. There's an extra layer or ambiance or what technician to this defense that hasn't even been relayed to the players yet. Maybe like disguises and things that more NFL type stuff.
Yeah.
That
like something
exactly.
That's something that happens maybe in year 2 because the players
exactly. So this is not. We're not even beginning to see what the Michigan defense is. We haven't even begun to see. We got a glimpse with Harbaugh and those guys, but we haven't seen Wink's version of that yet. So it's looking ugly for teams, man.
It appears with Wink, and Nick, we'll get your final thoughts here because we gotta get to our next caller. It's gonna be Marmar, but it appears that Wink got a feel for the game as the season progressed, and then he did simplify his scheme. To your point, it'll be interesting to see if he adds a bit more complexity because we got a young team, guys. Like a lot of guys are coming back next year. A lot of guys secondary are coming back. So, what does he add? Because they're going to add more. They're going to install more, right?
Ooh.
So we'll find out next season how that looks. Here's what I can say, and I feel confident, and I'm sure Penn Game, you felt the same way. Although we do got to get Nick's final thoughts so we can get to our next caller. But Hey, our top players didn't play. Our young guys did play.
Yes, oh my God, Nick.
Wow, Nick,
you gotta love that, Nick.
Give us your final thoughts, man.
Sorry, repeat what you said. You cut out.
Well, just that. Well, I mean, you could just you can hit on anything for your final thoughts, but just my final point was like the Kenneth Grants, the Josiah Stewarts, the Mason Grahams, the Will Johnsons. These dudes did not play. Our young dudes did play, and they dominated.
Man. Dude, that's why it was beautiful to watch. It was beautiful to watch. I will never get sick and tired of Jalen Milroe getting flung down on the turf. Just slammed on the turf. I love it. He's got it. It's like one of the best athletes we've seen in a long time at that level. And his offensive line is so bad. That dude, I'd be so pissed if I was. It sounds like actually he might be transferring, right? Or is that just kind of
No, he's going pro. He's going pro.
Who?
Okay.
Jalen Milroe. He declared today.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
You might see Jalen Milroe actually do good in the pros, Nick, with a year down. If he goes to a system like John Harbaugh or somebody like that, you might see him actually do pretty decent.
He needs to go somewhere like Jordan Love did, sit for about 2 years, develop and grow, bro. That's what he needs to do. Because like I can't believe, dude, in my opinion, bro, he either should have stayed at Alabama, but maybe Kalen DeBoer wanted to move on. I don't know.
I think he wants his own quarterback, like we said with the guy who just transferred from Michigan. You want your own guy. As coaches, they won't say it. They want their own guys, bro. They want their own guys.
I agree with that. If I was Oregon, though, I'd go after Jalen Milroe because their next quarterback is Dante Moore.
Oh, Oregon? Woo.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
It is what it is. Too late. All right, Nick. All right, Nick. Appreciate you calling in, man. I'm sure we'll hear from you next week. Enjoy your weekend. We are champions. No one can take that from us. And we'll talk to you, brother.
Go Blue, Nick.
Buddy. Go Blue. Thanks for taking my call. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
man.
sir.
Where the fuck Marmar go? Marmar, where'd you go, bro? You're up next. Link. Oh shit, you need the link. My bad.
Okay,
You know what's funny? Marmar, you know what's funny, bro? Is I thought you were making fun of Jalen Milroe's clothing brand, bro.
That link.
Link. I thought he was typing link, but then he's like, no, I need the link. I'm like, all right, I got you.
Oh man.
We'll get you up next. I do want to. All right, let's read beat up super chat while we're waiting for Marmar to call back in because he's next up. We got the 499 super chat. He goes, I hope Rod Moore plays slot / nickelback, the ultimate weapon. I don't want him to play slot. I want him to go back to his
the safety. Yeah, I want him safety, bro. I want him safety because Zeke Berry.
That's what I was gonna say. Brandon Hillman, Zeke Berry in the nickel spot. I agree with that.
And Hillman, I mean, we got to put those guys in. We got depth now. Woo, we got depth.
We really do, man. We really do. All right, let's get Marmar up here. What's up, brother? How we doing, man?
What up, though?
Peace, man.
What up, brother?
What's up with you?
Listen, so I just wanted to go off of what y'all was talking about this year's playoff. Yeah, it's really weak. I think Oregon got the bad hand. They were the number 1 overall seed, and they set them up with Ohio State in that bracket. Oregon looked scared after that first touchdown, and it went from there. Yeah, man, it's just wild, man. These playoffs are just wild this year, man. And everybody think Ohio State gonna win it, man. I think they're gonna run into a buzzsaw with Texas defense. It reminds me of Michigan's defense. I mean, they don't play as physical as we do, but they get the job done. Scatterboo is just a different player. All you got to do is lock down Jamire Smith. And they good at stopping the run. So
you're leaning Texas?
I mean, if depending, like I said, depending on what Quinn Ewers you get.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I feel you, man.
I was talking to our Texas guy. I need to get him to call in next week or something. But he says defensively he feels like they're going to be okay. Like Sark's going to have them ready. Offensively, he's worried because the offense is hit or miss. Like it's too inconsistent. Sometimes they're on, and then sometimes they're not. And
they're going to have a defensive performance with the way their offense is playing. Their defense is going to have to play because they're off, like you said, their offense is hit and miss. They can't get behind to Ohio State like these other teams have been doing. They got to be right there with them.
Yep. Yeah. And like another thing too, like these teams aren't doing that. I think teams are trying to play cute with Ohio State. You got to make this a fist fight. It's got to be a fist fight because that's what makes Michigan successful against Ohio State is we
when
make
you punch him in the
play
mouth.
bully ball, bro. You got to play bully ball. If you don't play bully ball, Ohio State's
you
gonna run
punch him
over
in the
your
mouth.
fucking ass.
That's right, bro.
And Texas can play bully ball.
They're gonna have to get in the mud and stay there. And most teams don't want to stay there.
Who's
Texas
the better coach?
bullied us.
Who's
Texas
the better
bullied
coach,
us,
Stark or they?
What up?
He said, "Who's the better coach, Sark or Ryan Day?"
You say who's a better coach?
Yeah.
I mean, what Sark's done's amazing, but like, listen, as much shit as I give Ryan Day, he's just a soft ass coach, but he's actually an alright. He's actually pretty good.
I'm gonna go. Damn, when you look at it's really close because
Ryan Day just can't beat us, bro. Let's be honest.
I call it a tie.
Yeah, because Sark he played against Washington. That's the farthest he got. Ryan Day, Georgia, farthest he got. So their playoff stretches are pretty much similar. They got to the same point. Now let's look at their overall records. I mean, they're kind of, world beaters in the season.
I think this is what Stark telling his team. Last year we was here. Here's your chance to go out here and do what you didn't do last year. Go to the national championship.
They don't got worthy.
I think you said what?
I said no. I'm saying you right, and I was saying, but for unfortunately, they don't have worthy. That's the only thing. If they still have worthy from last year,
they got them two receivers, man.
Yeah, they do.
Running backs. If them two running backs can get it going early and keep the defense honest and on them toes, it's gonna be a long day for the Buckeyes.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out.
I just believe that.
Mama, I want to give a shout out to Ryan Hall here. I accidentally skipped Ryan Hall's 5 gifted memberships. I want to appreciate you, Ryan Hall. Thank you for contributing to the channel. We're from a second hour. I also want to say right now we're not going to take any more calls, but we do have a bunch of calls. I'll give you guys a lineup now. We got Keith coming up next. We got our guy Timothy coming up after Keith. Then we got Kinetic, Ramez, and then Cameron to close it out. So we got a bunch of calls. We will take them all, but we need 45 to do an extra hour. We will finish our calls though.
Let's go.
Okay. Calls at the time. Mar, we got 2 minutes, brother. Let us know.
Okay, so what is looking like in the transfer portal? Are we going to be picking up guys? Are we going to get Ty Hayward? Are we going to get
that's TJ for you?
Yeah. Are we going to get Mathis? And then now that Georgia is out of the playoffs and all these other teams, I haven't seen really much people hitting the portal out of these teams, especially Oregon.
Well, it's still early. They got 5 days. They got 5 days to enter the portal, and right now the agents are talking. But so all right, so I'll give you guys a quick portal update with everything I got because I won't see you guys till Tuesday. So Skylar Bell, that's looking good. The wide receiver from Connecticut, Michigan's pushing very hard right now. He has not made any visits with any other teams, and that's a great sign because he wanted to do that. The fact that nothing's been set up with other teams, that's good. Michigan is financially aggressive with this one. I think. I told somebody, they asked me yesterday, where do I put it? I put it at 70% Michigan's going to get Skylar Bell. And if we get Skylar Bell, that's your Z. And you got Donovan McCauley. And then we do need to get a Y. Now, some people might be like, well, you got Andrew Marsh, you got Samaj Morgan. They could battle that out. Maybe. I'm not saying you can't, but I
like Godwin.
You like who?
I like Godwin.
Well, Godwin will battle. He'll battle, but he
was out there. Listen, he had on number 14, and all I seen was Roman Wilson. I seen it, bro. I was like, oh, he the next Roman Wilson.
So Godwin's a Z type. So, but we'll see what he can do. The other wide receiver, though, that I'm really interested in is the Clemson wide receiver, Troy Stellato.
Number 10?
I don't know his number. It might be number 10.
I think it's something. I know the guy you're talking about. 10.
Yeah,
I know the guy you're talking about.
Right now, the situation with that is they're just seeing if academically it's feasible.
Oh,
so if it's academically feasible, then he's going to come visit. If it's
what
not
year is he?
Huh?
What year is he?
I know. I think he's a junior, bro. I know. We kind of already know what that means, right?
And I like Frederick Moore. Hey, Frederick Moore showed me something with that toe drag. I said, okay.
Oh, he did nice. He did good, man.
Yeah, he's a junior, bro.
Shoot.
I know. So for those who don't know, Michigan's got a 60 credit thing, and you can only transfer 60. So essentially, if you're a junior,
you're gonna lose a lot of credits.
You lose your whole year, and kids don't want to do that. So that's one of the issues with the academics of Michigan. Is what it is. The other update I have is the offensive tackle from Washington State, Falme.
Oh, we need that guy. We need him.
Well,
we need him.
It has been.
I just don't understand why nobody is just like, dang, let's just go to Michigan, man, because that's where it's at. Because Jordan Marshall said something. He told Bryce that, you know, dude, we ain't gonna be this. We about to be playing for chips. Listen, Sharon Moore, like y'all said, did more with less than any team in the country that were struggling. He topped this season off with three nice wins. I mean, big wins. Everybody want to count the bowl out, but listen, that meant a lot, especially to them young players that be set behind Grant and Graham. Them kids, I seen it, bro. I seen it at the Arkansas State game. I'm like, bro, these boys ready. They ready, and they came out and showed it. We're gonna be dangerous next year.
Go ahead, TJ. I know the route that you're gonna take, TJ. I didn't know what you're gonna say.
I'm not gonna say I do think we're gonna be dangerous next year. I think the culture is strong. I think Sharon Moore proved that shit. I mean, if you look, let's be honest, man. A regular coach would have lost this team during the season. We didn't have a quarterback, man. Our offense was sputtering, and this team never lost its culture, never lost its fight. And then I don't know if you saw the post-game pen game, but I brought this up in the post-game. The amount of dudes who our leaders, the amount of dudes who sat, and then the boys stepped up and came to fight. Sharon Moore got those guys ready for war. He is a leader. We have a good culture. We just got to fill these little positions. We're going to be just fine, dude. I think we're going to be a playoff team next year. I really do. I think
we're going to be a national. Listen, Bryce taking over in week 3. I think we're going to be a national champion contender.
Week 3 too, by the way. I think week 3 is kind of the week I'm thinking too.
We're going to be
I'm ahead of that. I'm ahead of y'all.
We're going to go undefeated. We're going to go undefeated. Then we're going to win the Big Ten championship.
Yeah.
We're going to get that bye, but the difference between the teams this year with the bye and Michigan, Sharon Moore going to have them ready. He's going to let them know, hey, this is where I'm at with it. And this is real quick because I know you got another caller. With my background, I'm going to tell you the vibe and the word on the streets, and you already feel it with the kids and everything. It's Michigan. It's Michigan. It's them Cardis. It's Coach Moore on that platform. The kids like that, man. They see that, man. They know this man's real. They see the talent coming through there. They see Will and all these Detroit kids coming through. Man, the momentum is there. It's there, man. Detroit is a big part line. People forgetting that the high school football talent in Detroit area is
it's been there. It's been there.
And now Sharon Moore tapping into it. It's about to be bad because now you see Bryce. So say if Bryce win the Heisman and the national championship next year, we just say this hypothetically. That to the Detroit kids that are coming up, Pontiac, all the kids in that area, they gonna be like, hey, look what they did with Bryce. They can do that with me. And that gives them inspiration.
TJ said that during his not exactly word for verbatim, but he kind of leaned towards that when you covered the Bryce Underwood signing, TJ on here. And when I was listening to it, I thought exactly what Mar was thinking. And my way of looking at it, I'm like, why go to LSU? They had Jaden Daniels, who wasn't a first-year player with them. He was a transfer player. Same with Joe Burrow, not a player that they got from freshman level to win Heisman. I'm like, Bryce, you could go to Michigan. You could stay home. And I'm just keeping it real. Ain't no black quarterback from Michigan gone to University of Michigan and went in there and did anything significantly. Like this brother just said, win the Heisman. Yeah. Kids are looking at that, man. That is major for the state. That's major for the city.
The program.
And the program. Because now it's like Michigan's the place to go to now. Now you're going to be having kids even younger wanting to go to Michigan.
The word is, in terms of the state of Michigan, Michigan's hot.
It's on fire. So it's on fire.
The 27s is big time too, by the way. 27s for Michigan It's wild how deep it is. But the word is it's hot, and they want to come here. So, all right, Marmar, we're gonna get your final thoughts here.
And one more thing though.
Yeah.
Wink is starting to throw that NFL defense, and I just want to say this:
Yeah.
if you compare the Ohio State games with Mentor compared to the less talent, the less people we had, our best player out, and what Wink did against Ohio State with a high power offense, and we shut
More
them down
impressive.
and they on the mat. Yeah, more
impressive.
Yeah, because Mentor to me, I think he was like over. Like I know he was disguising, sending disguised blitzes and scheming it up. I get it, but we were up big in that Ohio State game last year in Ann Arbor, 14 to something. I think it was like 14-3 at the time or whatever, and he allowed them to come back. Wink didn't allow that to happen.
Wink could not allow that to happen. We would have lost. Mentor could have played around a little bit with the offensive firepower that we had. Wink had no room for failure. That's why it makes it so impressive the way he did performed.
The same thing. He did the same thing to Alabama, though.
I saw that. I saw that up close and personal.
He shut both of these teams there. Melwell was going off this year. If you really look at his tape, he was going off.
He had a good statistical year. He had people want to talk about him. He had a great statistical year.
And we shut down Smith from Ohio State. He only had 38 yards. And then you had Williams down at Alabama. We shut him down with 8 yards. Come on, man. We different, bro. We ain't about to let this slide. And then what he did with the young guys this year. Come on, man.
All right, Mama, we're gonna get you out of here. But you know what kind of worries me a little bit is what if an NFL team Wink on Black Monday.
Nah, Wink ain't leaving Michigan. Nah, he likes what he got there, man.
Kind of showed out, boys. He kind of showed out at the end of the year, bro. So we'll see.
They not gonna take Wink, man. Wink already signed that 2-year deal. He with us. He like Michigan.
For another year, we good.
Hey, Gruden coming to Michigan. I said it first. Watch.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, Marmar. Appreciate you calling.
Go blue, bro.
Go blue, baby.
Let everybody know, Marmar. Marmar's guest hosting next week.
Yeah, I'm tuning in. I'm gonna call in,
man. I appreciate that, man. Let's go blue, man.
Go blue, baby.
Hey, TJ, you gonna be at the spring game, right?
All right, so I'm gonna be real with you. You've been convincing me to go to the spring game. I think we're gonna have to make it happen because a lot of people like.
No, you're gonna have to go to the spring game, bro, because this is like the biggest spring game of all times on the spring game.
I might have to show my face too, man. I might have to pop up there during the spring game. You have to show it, man. Because listen, this is the first time we are able, without paying money, a free spring game to go see Bryce
generational talent. Yeah, Bryce. That place gonna be packed. It's gonna be like a game.
It's like a game.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna be at the New Mexico game. We probably gonna be at like 4-5 games this year because I'm getting taxes here in a couple months. So you
gonna go ahead and get them tickets already.
Yeah, man, we gonna get the tickets now.
Kinetics reminded me that Maze Madman and all them are gonna be at the game. I'll probably have to be there. We just got to figure out how to.
Yeah, you gotta be there, bro. You gotta be there, man.
You trying to figure out how to do the show?
That'd be dope. That'd be dope to be at a fucking bar. We should figure that out, bro. And then
it can happen.
No, we can do it after game, after spring
we
game.
can set it up.
We'll figure it out. We'll make some.
We have a little tent out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right, go blue.
Go blue, baby.
All right, Marmar doing the damn thing. All right, let's get to these super chats. We appreciate you guys contributing. We got Buckeyes battle cry. We do listen. We may have a rivalry, but we appreciate the.
He's right. I mean, he's right. He's right.
Playoff Ryan Day.
He's not.
Ryan Day, not so much. He ain't wrong.
He's not lying on that.
He's a truth teller. 499. We appreciate you. We got beat up here. 499. Ryan Day shits diamonds out his butt coaching against Michigan. Shit, they ain't even diamonds, bro. He's just shitting shit, bro.
Yeah, it ain't. Yeah.
Detective Loki, $2 super chat. Beats and Treats Ice Cream told me to donate. Hey, Beats and Treats. Hey, appreciate Beats and Treats, bro. He's also put in the $2. Loki, who's next? Trying to get us to the second hour. 31 away. We appreciate you guys doing that. Apparently Tony Grimes went to Purdue. Let me give you guys an update on that. The Tony Grimes situation. Tony Grimes wanted Michigan more than Michigan wanted Tony Grimes. So that's the reality of that situation. That's why there was no visit, nothing manifested. It was really a Grimes wanting to come here versus Michigan wanting him to come here.
Okay.
The two corners, I'll give you guys two names. I didn't finish up that recruiting thing. To Carl Davis, who's the #1 corner in the nation. Michigan's working on that right now, trying to get a visit. Washington is currently the leader. The other corner is Rylan Gandy, the corner out of Pitt. Those are the two names to be aware of. Michigan is trying to get, we'll close it out here. They want to get a corner. They want to get a defensive tackle. And by the way, the name to look out for on defensive tackle is Trey Williams. He's the defensive tackle, I believe, from Clemson. He's got some connections in Michigan, so we'll see what's up there. And then they want to get 2 offensive linemen. We'll see if they can do it. I don't know. It's looking interesting how it's going down right now. We'll find out. David Gusta, by the way, apparently Michigan's not pushing as hard as I thought they would be. And his dad, what's crazy is his dad and uncle love Michigan. It's wild. It's interesting. I know David Gusta. I know. I'm telling you, I want David Gusta, the 6th best defensive tackle in run stopping.
Wow.
Then he would be fired. But apparently, all right, so here's the deal. David Gusta is setting up all of his visits. He's trying to set up. Michigan is not pushing. They're not pushing. So, in my opinion, what I think might be happening now, I'm assuming here. I don't have this. I think
it's all good.
I think they're focused on Trey Williams. I think he's gonna be. He's got connections in Michigan, so we'll find out. We'll see how that one goes. We'll have more for you guys on Tuesday. Let's get to our next call. We got Keith in the house. What's up, Keith? How we doing, man?
Hey, we're doing great. Yeah, it's fucking exciting what we're going through right now. Do you hear what Bryce said to the media?
That it's his time now?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And then did you hear what Jordan Marshall said?
Yeah, I saw his whole interview.
Yeah, he's coming for a natty next year. That's what he told Bryce Underwood. We're playing for a natty next year. So I mean, that's Blake Corum mentality where they literally they made it happen, right? They essentially willed it to happen, and I think we're starting to see a similar rendition with them.
Yeah. So yep, I think we're in good shape. And the point I wanted to make was we got to look at what we saw against Alabama was our base defense for next year. And we're going to add key pieces to improve from where we are. But if we went in with that defense next year that played against Alabama, what the F is New Mexico going to do against that defense?
Nothing.
That's going to be a shutout, maybe 3 or 6 points. After that is Oklahoma. Now, Oklahoma is tough as shit at home.
Yes, they are.
You can ask Alabama about that.
They are.
Yeah. And we got to go there and we got to beat them. But if our defense is as good as it was against Alabama, we can do it.
And they got a new portal quarterback in John Mateer.
That's a beast. He's a beast.
Always a beast. Yeah.
Who was the TJ? Did you report that? Who was the coordinator Oklahoma just lost? Did they lose a defensive coordinator?
Well, they fired their they fired their offensive coordinator. Did they just lose one just recently?
So I'm hearing, I heard, and it was y'all don't quote me on this. We might have to go back and look and see. But I thought they lost a coordinator because someone was saying that was a cap up for Michigan, considering they lost a coordinator.
Right. They did. I remember now. And
and they were saying that they got to go look for somebody now, and that's already favoring Michigan.
When you say lost, though, don't you mean he was fired?
They didn't clarify if he was fired or not.
Because if they're only getting if they're getting beat by these 6 and 6 teams,
got a point.
Wait, wrong. Of course, Jackson Johnson. I knew you would know. Oh shit. Tom.
Oh yeah, that's right. West Virginia took him. He said it was. They said that Rich Rod had did something good for Michigan for once. He snatched Oklahoma's coordinator and took him up there with him. That's what they had said. So Rich Rod took the coordinator with him to West Virginia and did us a favor.
Yeah. So
For
anyways, going through our toughest road games are Oklahoma and Nebraska next year.
Okay.
So with this defense and an improved offense, we've got Mikey Keene and Bryce Underwood coming in. We should be, and Jordan Marshall looks like the real thing. He looks like a Blake Corum 2.0.
Oh yes, he does. I'm very impressed with him after seeing him play this last few. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, and hearing him speak and his work ethic, that's just like Blake Corum. That was the problem with Dono. Dono just didn't have that good work ethic.
Yeah, hey, I want to give a shout out here to our guy Tom, man.
Yeah,
Tom
I see Tom coming through
with the $50. Appreciate you, man. And I know the community appreciates you as well, man. Tom for president, we appreciate you, man. Thanks for unlocking me next hour. We got a bunch of callers too to get to, so we will get to them. It means a lot, man. So thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, all right. So to your point on Jordan Marshall, I know everyone's like, all right. So here's my opinion. One, Jordan Marshall's gonna be a dog. Okay, that's my opinion. But everyone's like, oh, Blake Corum. I'm gonna be real with you personally. I think Blake Corum was a little bit more shifty with a little bit more burst.
He is.
I think Jordan Marshall is a well-rounded, balanced back who has, like, you want to know what the vibes I get from him is like a David Montgomery.
Meaner. That's what when someone said the comparison, they were like, oh, it was on X. They were saying, oh, this guy's like Blake Corum. I said a lot. I said meaner. I didn't mean Bruce, like he wants to contact.
He has the ability to break one, but he's also like he's a physical, like hard runner.
Okay, but TJ, we got to do this. We got to compare. We got to compare who we're just talking about, running back Jordan Marshall. We got to compare him to Blake Corum when he was a freshman.
That's right.
When he was a freshman, we didn't even see him. But as a sophomore, we saw a glimpse here and there. We barely saw anything out of him. He didn't get anywhere near 100 yards in a game as a sophomore.
You talking Blake Corum's sophomore year?
Yeah. 21 when he was running with Haskins.
Haskins.
Yeah.
Hassan Haskins. What did he have in that game against Ohio State? He had as
a different running back. Like, he's a little bit different.
I get where he's coming from. It's just Blake was more, not saying that he didn't go for the contact. He's going away from the contact. He's shifty. He's moving through the holes. Marshall's coming at you. He's not. He's coming at you.
Corum actually had a few 100-yard games.
That's what I was thinking. That Washington game. Didn't he break 100 in Washington?
Western Michigan 111, Northern Illinois 125, and then Northwestern he had 119. I mean, he had a great dude. He averaged 6.7
as a sophomore.
Yeah, he had a good.
Yeah, as a sophomore, okay.
Dude, he was a burner. He had a lot of speed to him, man. Listen, that's not taking nothing away from Jordan Marshall. Jordan Marshall is going to be. Listen, Justice Haynes and Jordan Marshall is going to be a strong duo, man. They're going to be a dangerous duo. So. I'm excited, but Jordan Marshall's just a little bit different. Like I just get David Montgomery vibes, man, and like that dog, and like that's not a shot because David Montgomery.
That's a good thing. I think that could be a good thing.
Montgomery,
a top like 12, potentially 10 running back in the NFL, man.
David Montgomery is good enough to win a Super Bowl.
There you go.
Jordan Marshall's good enough to win an Natty.
That's right.
Yep.
That's fair.
So, yeah, on the D-line, about these D-line guys, got to remember we're getting paid from, I think, Bama, right? A 5-star guy.
That's right. Former, yep.
TJ, you reported that, so yep.
Yeah, but he could be a monster on our D-line.
Oh, I am actually I like our roster. All right, so we're looking at the roster. Here's where I'm at.
Hit us up.
I'm going to with you, too. Andrew Sprague opened some damn eyes, bro. I want him at right tackle next year.
Dude he played good.
No, let him get that spot next year.
And Link, and when Sprague came in, Link moved to left tackle, and he did a good job.
He did good. He planted a couple Bama guys on the ground.
He did.
He planted some guys.
Yeah, he played good, man. So Evan Link's kind of got me like, I don't know, but now what's all right? So but here's the deal though. Like, say we get this Washington State offensive lineman. That's okay. Put him at right tackle and put Sprague at left guard. Or no, I've heard rumors that they're going to move El Hadi to left guard because that's his natural position. So it'll be interesting to see. Then you put Sprague at right guard. That's okay too. So like, we'll see, man. I think we just need one offensive lineman. We need definitely one more wide receiver, but maybe two, and then we need a corner, and then another defensive tackle. I need
We
another.
definitely need another wide receiver. I'm sorry. We definitely need another receiver.
Well, we have to see what Andrew Marsh is, because Marsh and Bryce Underwood are clicking. They're out in the bowl practicing together, and on social media they're like twins. They're everywhere together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a picture of them right now. Actually,
no, they were. He's right. They were out there walking by each other, and you got it up. Yeah. I was gonna say they were out there walking by each other at that game. Yeah.
Isaiah Holt took this photo.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, because he had the blonde hair. That's right. I know. I remember seeing a guy out there with blonde hair from my seat.
I didn't see the blonde hair. I didn't see him with blonde hair. But okay.
Yeah, he had it for the game against Bama. He was against Bama. He had that. I was at that game. I saw that. I didn't know. I was like, who's the guy with the blonde hair? I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
And then the other receiver, if I can find it, which I can, I know where it's.
But what I'm hoping with Marsh is, if you watch Brady and even Goff, what they do is they work all in the off season in learning to communicate with the receiver, and that's what makes St. Brown and Goff such a deadly combination. Is that Goff knows when St. Brown's going to go right, and St. Brown knows when Goff wants to go right, and he'll run to that open spot in the zone, and that communication is 90% of the passing game in today's passing game.
Correct. No, I agree. I agree with you. They got that potential. They could do it. And Marsh is a gamer. He's a gamer too.
Yeah.
TJ, you got you one.
Yeah, I got we got Captain Stabbing in the house. Our guy, Connor Stein's Espionage. Captain Stabbin says, at first I was thinking Bryce would come in after the OU game, Oklahoma. But what I'm hearing about his football intelligence and how quick he can pick it up, I'm thinking he's day one and lean on the run.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, man.
Bro, the way he's like, it's my time now. Like, he knows.
It's exactly by what he said.
Now, Penn Game, I don't know if you saw this, but there was a moment in the game in the fourth quarter with like 5.
Oh, yes, I did. I didn't see it. I didn't see it while I was there. I was up too high. I saw it when I watched the highlights.
Bro,
what you were talking about.
Sideline mid-game, bro. Takes his headset off, finds Bryce Underwood, whispers in his ear, basically saying like, "This is like you're gonna run this shit."
Just imagine when this is you. Just imagine when this is you.
Imagine if you had the defense, whatever the hell he said. But we all know it was like a something.
It had to be something like that. It had to be.
Like, yeah, we're gonna win an egg or some shit.
Yeah,
like, bro, like, so the fact that it's already like that, yeah, I mean. There's a part of me that thinks he could really show out spring game. He could really show out fall camp, and he could just be the guy week one. But then the other side of it to me is you kind of want that veteran for that composure and to kind of teach him and ease him into it. So you would think maybe after the Oklahoma game, which is week 2, that week 3, he might get that shot. Because here's the deal too. Let's say we're playing Oklahoma and Mikey Keene is starting. And let's say it don't go so well, or not that it's not, or like the game is kind of trending not so good, and then you put Bryce in, and Bryce saves the damn day. Yeah, it's his job, right?
It's over like after that.
We know Bryce is going to get some run, so like if Bryce just fucking crushes it when he gets run, it's going to be his job. It's going to be. So he's, in my opinion, he's either starting week 1, or I think week 3, unless Mikey Keene.
We got a good problem to have right now.
That's a good problem. That is a good problem.
That's exactly what I expect. I expect Mikey Keene to start, and against New Mexico, everybody's going to look good. So Mikey Keene, he's going to get 3 or 4 touchdowns in the first half, and I wouldn't be surprised if Sharon Moore says, all right, let's bring in Bryce for the second half and see what he can do.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll get us some more, and it's a good problem to have, but we'll see who's productive and not. And this is another year like last year, 23, where our schedule is backloaded. So the easy games are up front, and that's going to allow us to bring Bryce Underwood up to speed real quick.
Yes, agreed.
And you know who I trust more than anybody to do that?
Who?
Sharon Moore.
So I thought you would say Chip Lindsey, but all right, yeah,
I thought he was too. But I trust
Yeah.
Sharon Moore definitely.
Yeah, I think Sharon Moore, and my son said this to me. He was Kurt Campbell and Moore were screwed is because he got a bunch of mid quarterbacks that just can't play at this level.
Well, you know, Sharon Moore, I want to see a guy that when things aren't going well, I mean, yeah, we wanted a better season. But when things don't go well as a player, when you see a coach galvanize a team to a finish like we had, all the guys that are on that roster are like, that's my coach. Like, I mean, that is definitely the mentality. I don't, without knowing these guys, just being a part of the locker room, that is what you want. You want that as a player, that your coach is going to go out there and take those bullets when things are tough. And now you're starting to see a little success. You already know how it's going to be when we're winning. Everyone's going to be happy and all that. But we got a chance to see Sharon Moore when the pressure was tight and when things weren't going so well. That's what I like. And I like the way that he finished off when things got tight. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Like you said, we got a couple easy ones up front. We got a road test early in the year up in Norman. It's going to be a crazy place to play. Yeah, that's going to be a loud environment, but our guys can win on the road. Think we've established that. Our guys can go out and play on the road.
Defense travels.
So Alabama can't. You know, they went out there and they got curb stomped. But, you know, our guys can play on the road.
I'm going to get off so other people can get on, but I'm going to finish up with this point is that
Keith.
I think Ohio State had two of the toughest teams. They've already knocked two of the toughest out already. But what Tennessee made a mistake was they went up against the A-list receivers of Ohio State and they tried to press coverage them. And that's a disaster because the odds of you as a defensive back being better than those guys isn't very good. And we saw a lot of the tops being broken on those routes. Yeah. And they just got creamed. Oregon, I thought Dan Lanning and whoever his defensive coordinator was going to be smart and look at the Michigan tape and copy what Michigan did, but they didn't. They stayed with the same defense they had all year, which wasn't that impressive. And they had this weak zone, which had seams in it all over the place. And they were just throwing at will against that weak zone that they ran. So and the third point I want to make and leave with, you know who copied Michigan defensive zone more than anybody else? Ryan Day. If you look at Ohio State's defensive backs line up against Oregon, because Oregon's an explosive team, they got those 21 points in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, they're very explosive.
They're very explosive. But they were running the Michigan coverages, the Wink Martindale coverages. Ohio State was
Jim Knowles dialed it up, huh?
Yeah, look it up and you'll see it and you'll say, son of a bitch. Oh, TJ, you got to come to the spring game with us. It's open seating. It's open
TJ, I think I'm going to have to come up there, man.
I'm going.
All get together, walk in there together. And I can almost assure you we're going to all get to sit together and really have a good time.
Then here's the deal. I'm definitely 100% going to the spring game. I just now got to figure out how the hell, because I know Maze Madman's coming too. I think Johnny Olden's coming as well. So I got to confirm that one. I think he is. So Kinetic, let me know if Johnny Olden's coming too. But because Kinetic's waiting to talk. We'll just figure it out. Maybe we can get a bar to do let us set up a post game. We can all not only that, go to the spring game, but then after the spring game, go fucking hang out at the bar, dude. That'd be a dope time. So
yeah,
we'll do.
Well, good. Let the other guys come on. You guys go blue.
Go blue.
Next year is going to be a fun year again.
Whew. Can't wait. Cannot wait.
Bro,
I can't wait. we've been dying for this, man. We've been dying for this.
Yeah, we've had a good run.
Yeah.
All right, so my guy Big House says go to Monty's. Yeah, we'll take some suggestions. If anyone knows anyone who owns any bars in the Ann Arbor area, dude, let's hook it up. All right, Keith, I appreciate you. Hey, don't be a stranger. We'll talk to you next week, I'm sure, man.
All right, go blue.
Go blue.
Go Keith. Yeah, bro. I mean, hey, I think the good thing is, and we're gonna take our next caller. We got Timothy's up next, brother. I see you chilling. You're up next. We'll pull you up here in one moment. I think there's a lot of excitement with the way we closed the year, with the way the recruiting has also closed for 25. The way recruiting, in my opinion, is going to be pushing momentum into the 26 class with the 25 season. And then the way the portal, hopefully we add a few more. I think we're going to be pretty excited about it, man.
Beyond. No, I'm feeling the same way. I just think that we're going to be a little surprised with what we're going to get, because we don't know what the other players that are transfer portal and I'm believing some freshmen are going to be playing.
Oh, I think so too. Yeah, it's a strong class, man. Let me also just say this too. Yeah, we got the December portal guys, but I promise you, in April we're gonna add 1 to 3 to 4 guys. So like that will matter as well. Just like we got Aaron Hall in the April portal, we got Zavada in the April portal. Like you do get dudes in the April.
Oh
portal.
yeah, and how good did that pay off for us?
Yeah, dude. We got an NFL kicker. Hey, John, me and you got to coordinate with the boys and see if we can set something up. We're going spring game, bro. We're going spring game. So let's make it.
Might as well now.
All right, let's get our boy Timothy. He's been waiting patient as hell. How you doing, man? What's up?
Good. Oh,
what's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
After some Ohio State the fans, after they watched their team win the Rose Bowl, and this is probably the first game in years that Ryan Day had lost to a team and it beat them in a rematch. Urban Meyer went over. He lost to a team, and it didn't take him 2 or 3 or 4 games to beat a team that he lost in the first match. When Ryan Day took over, he still can't beat Michigan in any rematches. And another thing, when Urban Meyer was coaching Ohio State, they were blowing out their other rivals, Penn State, but James Franklin, he's still coaching the Penn State. But I know there's ever since that Ryan Day been coaching against when Penn State, they still beating Penn State. They still beating James Franklin, but the amount of points is getting smaller and smaller each year. You got a point. A call-in show.
You got a point.
Yeah, because I know this last year when Penn State, when they went to the horseshoe, the Ohio State, they scored 20 points. In Penn State, they had scored 12. So Ohio State, they won by 8 points. This year, Ohio State, they won by 20. They scored 20 points, but this year, James Franklin and the Penn State football team, they scored 13 points. So that was like so this year. This year they lost by 7 points instead of the 8 points, and I know this that's a trend. The gap is getting smaller. And after they won the Rose Bowl, some Ohio State fan, he now he said on the news that he dares Penn State to win the semifinals. He dared them to win semifinals.
Oh, he does.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got something for Ohio State fans. I dare them to extend Ryan Day right now. Since they're talking all this mess, extend Ryan Day right now. That contract should have been ready at halftime in the locker room with a pin next to it, since they're jabbering all this talk and saying, oh, but no Buckeye said a thing, because they know that it's not over until it's over. So, yeah, I agree with you.
In Texas, they got an hour ago, you said that Texas got the advantage, but Texas, but they got another advantage. You know how beginning of the season they said that if we lose to the Texas, we can't beat Ohio State. What Texas is, it's like Texas fans, they probably telling Ohio State fans, because we beat the Michigan, and you just lost to Michigan again, we probably could beat you. And next year, and next year, if they lose, so what would be worse? Because next year they host in Texas, and we know, and we know the beginning of the season, the Texas fans was talking about that they was going to silence that Mays House crowd. The second half. I was at that game. Everybody was screaming loud. The last two quarters, that stadium was completely silent, and and Texas fans, they probably thinking that they play Ohio State in the horseshoe. I think it's the first or second game, and they probably looking to do the same, but the winner the winner of the loser, they playing again very early. If we didn't have the opportunity to play Texas last year in the playoffs, we had the chance, but we didn't. But Ohio State, they got a chance to beat them before they lose to them at home.
Let me ask you this, man. Who do you think is going to win, Texas or Ohio State?
Well, the way that they played yesterday, Ohio State.
Okay. Who do you think is going to win, Notre Dame or Penn State?
With Notre Dame, they had some injuries to today.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So then who do you think? So you got Penn State winning the game?
Well, Penn State. Penn State.
You got Notre Dame and Penn State, my friend.
They stopped the running back. Everybody, it's like he should have won the Heisman, but I was watching this Penn State podcast on YouTube around this morning, and he was talking about it. He was talking about is Kirby Smart or Notre Dame. If they get forced into a shootout, there's no way they're going to win. They get forced into a shootout, cause when Boise State, when they got forced into a shootout, they couldn't catch up.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got Penn State then. Okay.
So, all right, so who's going to win? Ohio
State
State or Penn State, Tim? Ohio State or Penn State? Who's winning the Natty? Who do you,
for right now?
Yeah, who do you got?
For right now, Ohio State, because
okay. You're breaking people's hearts, Tim. It's all right, man.
I know the reason I'm saying that because because James Franklin, he's terrible at beating Ohio State.
You're not wrong. That's truth has been spoken, Tim. Tim, I want to appreciate you for calling in, man. You brought a lot to the show tonight, breaking it down and kind of telling it like it is. We'll see if Ohio State does become champion. Hey, man, don't be a stranger, bro.
I got one more.
All right, let's hear it.
The Oregon game. I know that they lost, but they looked like the Oregon team that showed they first three games in September when they was favored to blow out or the Idaho, and they almost lost.
They
almost lost to Boise State.
Right. Yeah, I mean they just weren't prepared for it, man. They didn't show up to play. But we'll find out if Texas can handle it and do the job. I think most of us hope we can. The call-in show link is right here, but we're only going to be taking one more call. So next caller gets the final spot.
Texas, if they still had those two D tackles they had last year, they probably could beat Ohio State. They had Devontae Sweat and the other guy from last year.
Yeah, I mean, well, unless we get all right. Well, thank you, Tim. I want to thank you for calling in, brother. Appreciate it. Go Blue, my friend.
Go Blue.
Go Blue.
Go Blue, Tim. My man. All right, let's give an update here. So we are 59 away from a third hour. 59 away from a third hour. Let's hit these super chats. We'll get to our next caller. Our next caller is actually Kinetic, so we'll get to him in a moment. Let's see. We are at so we got. I should have read this when he was on the air. I'm an idiot. B-Dub 499. My bad, B-Dub. Let's go, Big Tim. I love your phone calls. Keep them calling in. Yeah, we appreciate Tim, man. He's one of us, no doubt. Okay, we got Griffin, Chimmy with the 279. Our brother to the north. Can I recommend a quick 1-minute video? OSU walkout. I don't know if I've seen that video. Is that safe for work, my friend? I'm just messing. If I could play it, I'll look it up in a minute. If I could play it, where would I find that? On YouTube, probably. OSU walkout. Do I even want to see these clowns walk out? Oh, I think I did see. Isn't that where they were? Hold on. Is that the one where? Let's look it up.
Is he? Hold on, I'm trying to think which one he's talking about. That was a practice.
Oh wait. Is he talking about? Wait a minute. Is you talking about the one where Michigan walked out? I think I've seen that. The problem is I can't play the music, because it'll get copyrighted. Let me know. Claire, you don't got to give a super chat, bro. Clarify in the comments. Are you talking about the one where Michigan's walking out? No, because that was against Alabama. Never mind. Check that. Unless you're talking about when Michigan's walking out to Ohio State. You said
that's
the one
epic.
I don't know. Hey, just clarify, my friend. Clarify what it is. I'll see if I can find, or drop the link. I'll check it out. We got Timothy here with the 499. Or I'm sorry, Tom here with the 499. Timothy's the GOAT. Yeah, we appreciate Timothy calling in, man. Thank you, Timothy. We appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Next on the line, and my man sitting back watching us. We appreciate you, bro. We got Kinetic. What's up, brother?
What's up, guys?
Hey, God, what's up, man? I like that background.
Yeah, I figured that's gonna stay on there for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
What you guys got going on, man? I just been chilling. I was over on DTV's show tonight and figured I'd come over and say what's up with you guys once I got done there.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. You know you're always welcome here, bro. So hold up before we move forward. All right, so what's the plan for spring game, bro? Maze is coming to town, right?
Maze is coming. Maniac's coming. I'm still waiting for Johnny to let us know for sure.
Johnny's in the chat, bro. Johnny,
and I can tell you, I've had other people reach out to me and tell me that they're going too if we go.
Johnny, are you coming, dog? Are you coming to this game, bro?
Oh, Johnny's in the chat, but he can't text me back. I see how it is, bro.
Johnny's busy, bro. He's watching the show. Leave him alone, man.
He's saying Franklin is overdue for one, is what Johnny's saying.
I mean, maybe.
We're gonna get everyone down there. We're gonna get Marmar to come up here. We're gonna get everyone in town for the spring game.
I mean, we might have to. We just got to find a spot to go after the game. We can do the post-game show.
Right.
If we can get a spot to go after the game for a post-game show, then let's fucking ride, bro.
So did you see what I put in the chat about your boy Gusta?
Is there a new update? What's up?
So he had originally said when he went into the portal that he would consider withdrawing if his line coach came back to Washington State. Wake Forest just hired his line coach.
Okay.
So they're a player now.
Yeah.
So it comes down to relationships or NIL, which matters more to them.
Yeah, for sure. And what sucks too is Michigan, I don't know, they're just not, they don't seem motivated on it. I don't know why.
But listen, I think we need to find a way to make it happen. Oh, Johnny's coming. There we go. We got the whole team coming. And I'm telling you, we're going to have special guests there too. I've already had people reach out to me and let me know.
B-Dub, he's coming, dog. He's never not coming, bro. Pause. All right, anyways, so shout out to Johnny. Fucking A, I guess we're gonna party our asses off.
Oh yeah,
responsibly.
Hey, I might need someone to come scoop me from Saginaw if I don't get my money right by then. But everyone knows my situation, so you know.
Nah, you're good, brother. You're good. Yeah.
Dude, we saw amazing man's about to get that rental, bro, and he's gonna come get you.
Yeah, but he's coming up from West Virginia. He ain't gonna drive up here to Saginaw.
He ain't got shit to do. He'll be all right. We'll figure it out.
It ain't that far. It's like an hour.
Yeah. So
anyway,
yeah.
Stellato, I told you about him weeks ago, and you said that you hadn't heard anything, you didn't know about it.
I didn't hear.
There's got to be a way for us to make it work.
Well,
I like him.
Did you see my up? Did you get?
Yeah, I saw it. I'm saying we got to find a way.
It just comes down to admissions right now. If he can, he's a junior though, so that's a big problem. So I mean, right now they're trying to figure out the credit issue. If the credit issue is good, he's going to come for a visit. If it's not, he's not coming. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing we can do about that.
I'll tell you right now, like, no bullshit. And I made this post on social media. Like, if we got McCauley, we get Bell at the Z, and then you get Stellato at the Y. Stellato's a dog, bro. He's just been injured. He's good. He's got good hands. He has speed. He's a great blocker. He's a physical player. He is the epitome of Michigan football, dude.
Yep.
We'll see. I don't know. It just comes down to
got to make it happen. Did you see also, speaking of the spring game, the offensive lineman from next year's class is going to the spring game?
What, the number one?
Yeah, Cantwell.
No shit. Well, hold on.
Yeah, he wants to go to the spring game.
He's going.
Yeah, everybody's going to want to come and see that
spring game, bro.
Yeah,
that's serious, dude.
And I saw something earlier, but I haven't been able to confirm it. The guy that's the number one cornerback in next year's class is wanting to come by too.
Dude, Michigan's going after the number one dudes in like a lot of positions.
I'm noticing that. I'm noticing that.
Yeah, dude. Like, because we got the money to do it now. I'm telling you guys, like, I know the portal's been slightly frustrating, but like when it comes to recruiting, that's where they are going, bro. They're attacking. They want to build through the recruiting, like just like an NFL team wants to build through the draft. Same, and it makes sense. Sean McGee comes from the NFL. He's got an NFL background.
Bingo.
That's their vision, man. That's their vision, bro. And
I'm not really disappointed. I mean, I know we're talking about more as like our complete fan base. Me personally, I'm not really disappointed with the portal because of the simple fact that those guys are coming in from a different program. And I mean, most of us know when you got someone that you've hired and you've homegrown and you're at your job, it's a little different than bringing somebody else in. And these things people are not looking at this type of stuff when you're trying to keep a cohesive unit going. Those guys, Sean McGee, and I've seen his interview, both of his interviews. That guy, I love the way he got his mentality as far as spending, as far as having a market for players, what they want to spend, even though they don't have a cap, but already having the mind state where, hey, a receiver is going to get this because this is on the open market, whereas other schools are saying, hey, this is a 5-star. We're going to pay this guy, blah, blah, blah. Sean McGee's like, no, we're not paying that guy that. Only quarterbacks, guys that get the quarterback, and running backs or whatever, and then safeties, and it goes down from there. You're not going to just throw money at just anybody. So I'm kind of respecting what Michigan has going on, and we've seen the season wrap up. We've saw Sharon Moore lead these guys. We have to just sit back and let this, as a fan base, not us three, we have to sit back and allow this thing to just cook, man, and trust these guys that they know what they're doing, and their approach is going to be different because McGee and them are doing things that some other universities don't even have. They don't have that at their disposal as far as how to attack and get these players in. Michigan's kind of ahead of the curve here.
Well, I mean, and the thing is, like, everyone getting upset about this because they're not going out and getting all the top-rated guys. It's not about the top-rated guys. It never has been. We've never had to go get them to win. Like, we get the right guys. If they're top-rated or not, like, we get the right guys. So it's like, I'm going to trust that that's what they're doing. Like, we don't have, like, the guys that are in charge of this, Sean McGee, right at the head of it, he knows what he's doing. Sharon knows what he's looking for. Chip Lindsey knows what he's looking for. I'm sure that the guys that they bring in are going to be the ones that are right fits for the scheme. If they identify, we've seen it. If they identify a guy that they think is the right fit, the right guy, and is going to pay off for the team, for the scheme that they want to run, they'll open up the checkbook. But they're not going to do it for just anyone just because they got a bunch of stars next to their name.
Yeah, or like
That's
Skylar Bell right now. They're going after Skylar Bell pretty hard
right.
too. I want to give a shout out here to Aaron Berg, $5 super chat. Michigan's going to be dominant next year. I think we all feel pretty similar. I'm curious where they're going to rank us. I think we will be ranked
top 10.
I'm curious where they put us.
I don't think it's top 10.
I don't know.
I think top 10, man.
I think it's going to be in the 15 to 20 range.
That's fair. That's fair. Let's just say I'm being a little optimistic here.
Yeah. My gut's saying like 17, but give or take, so I say 15 to 20.
They always screw us, but I was hoping that momentum at the end of the year and that the fact that we do have Bryce Underwood, even though he's not starting, well, maybe we'll see by the time the rankings come out, that'll kind of propel us a little higher.
Right. Like, yeah, and I mean the thing with the recruiting, it's like we don't want to be Texas A&M.
No,
like, we want the right guys that are going to stay. We don't want people coming in that are gonna be like, oh, I want X amount this year, and then halfway through the next year, I want Y amount, or I'm leaving. Like, we don't want those kind of guys.
Yeah. Let me give another shout here to Courtney Harper, $5 super chat. I prefer recruiting over portal. Let's build a factory of development of top talent. Tired of using the portal as a band-aid, recruit and develop. I agree with using recruiting as your foundation, but I am a big believer of using the portal as a supplemental patch filler, and I think it matters. I think recruiting matters. I think portal matters. But if you look at the players Michigan added, like for example, the 23 team, the national championship team, that portal haul the year prior helped win us that national championship. It was one of the best portal hauls. Everyone hit, like everyone they brought in hit. So yeah, it's legit.
But not everyone in that. That's a perfect example. Everybody hit. And not all of them were the top-rated, most stars in the portal. They weren't the top targets in the portal.
No, I'm agreeing with you on that. I don't think Michigan. When you look at the past Michigan teams. I mean, we got guys like Mercury Hayes, Monty Toomer. These guys went to the pros. I'm talking about just guys that are rotational pieces on NFL rosters. They may not have had. They weren't Randy Mosses. They weren't the top of the league. But these guys had long, sustainable careers. Now let's look at fast forward that to our most recent championship team.
Like listen to this. Listen to this portal haul. Josh Wallace, critical.
Mm-hmm.
James Turner was a very strong player.
Yes,
AJ
he was.
Barner, very strong player. Drake Nugent, your starting center. Josiah Stewart, Miles Hinton, Ernest Hausman, Ladarius, like these things.
Right, but how many of those were at the top of their position in the portal?
Well, let's see. Well, Ernest Hausman was like the number one.
He was the one. He came out of Nebraska, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying how
all right. So Ernest Hausman
were not at the
not
top.
Very many. Not very many.
I mean, how was Josiah Stewart looked at coming out of Coastal? You know what I'm saying?
Let's see. He was just so you know, he had a good year at Coastal. His year prior to coming to Michigan was really good. Like, all right, 2 years prior to coming to Michigan was really good. His second year, he had a bit of a less production.
Uh-huh.
He was ranked in the 70s coming out of the
transfer. But they were able to identify that's the guy for our
you know,
system.
You guys know who landed him, right? You guys know who landed Josiah Stewart?
Who?
Mike Sanderson.
Mikey Sanderson. Yeah, Mikey did. Same area. That goes to what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with exactly what you're saying. And as far as our fan base needing to chill out, because we already have a formula in place. They're already going for a specific type of character, a guy. And while judging the way this team comes together, watching these guys at that bowl game, just seeing them on the sideline, seeing them interact, we get that. That's special, man. I don't think people when I see that, I'm thinking I'm thinking these college dynasties, and I know that's far fetched, and I'm not trying to put us in that and say I'm guaranteeing a dynastic run, but you need that type of what we got going here is special, and it's all the ingredients for special because it requires good character. It requires looking beneath the surface of this guy just had 1,000 yards at Texas A&M or wherever the hell we're getting these guys from. We need, because at Michigan, you're gonna need the block, son. You might not be able to get. We might have to lower that down to about 500 yards. Then you're not for Michigan. You're not for Michigan.
But I hear you. You got to play. Listen, if you don't block, you don't get the rock, dude.
That's right.
But all right, so I'm on the counter side of this argument with you guys a little bit. I need a little more. Here's why. Bro, they didn't go after a quarterback last year in the portal.
Nah, I'm with you. I'm not fully on. I'm with you though.
Yeah, I need.
See, I disagree with you that there was any real game changers they could have went after.
There you go. Where's the players at? Who are these guys? If you got to go get them, go get them. Go get them if you got to go get them. They know more about these guys than us. If there's a guy out there, I'm pretty sure they have identified him.
Who could they have went after in April and May?
We didn't have a chance. We didn't have a chance.
So much better than what we had that were going to be game changers that could get in through admissions that we could afford with the little bit of NIL that we were given at the time. Like, come on.
I know who. I'm going to show you.
Go ahead. Because I'm wondering this myself. Because I'm like, who could we have gotten?
And then the question is, okay, if this is the guy, was he interested?
They should have went after in the April.
There you go.
Was available, and they did not. It's Jordan McLeod is who the fuck they should have went after. Jordan McLeod was at James Madison with Kurt Signetti, 35 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 68 completion percentage. This year at Texas State, he had 69% completion, 2,900 yards, 29 touchdowns for 12. The dude's solid, bro. He's better than Mikey Keene, bro. He's better than Mikey Keene, who they just brought in. So
what's his rushing yards?
What? Rushing,
I can't see his rushing.
He contributes. He got 8 touchdowns the year prior, 7 touchdowns.
I'm not saying he's bad, but I'm saying like you've had a year to identify him. They had
better than what we had, bro. It's better than dude. Whatever. We beat Alabama. We beat Ohio State. We're arguing about some bullshit. I'm just saying, at the end of the day.
So the other day when I asked you, I said something about Justice Haynes and Jordan Marshall being Sonic and Knuckles. You said we don't have a burner. We got a burner. Just make it a 3-headed monster and put Micah in there, man.
Oh, I agree with that. And actually, all right, so someone asked me about Micah earlier in the chat.
I did. I asked you earlier.
Somebody else asked about Micah. Wait, why the hell would you ask me about Micah? We talk about Micah all the time.
I asked you in the group text earlier.
Oh, I'm talking about the chat and the show, though. Somebody was asked about Micah. Regarding Micah, look, we'll see what kind of role. My hope is Big House Banner. Shout out Big House Banner. And you asked me another question, too, I think, about Ron Bellamy. I'll get to it. But also, my guy, do a super chat. We'll get to your questions. It's far easier.
Shout out to your guy, Aaron Burke, man. And no, we are not going to be Indiana relying on that portal. That's a dangerous game. That's a dangerous game.
Aaron Burke here on the super chat. We don't rely on the portal every year like Indiana. You're right, because Indiana got 30+ dudes. I agree.
That's a dangerous game to play. Dangerous game.
It's very hit or miss, bro. That's the thing. There's truth to that. I'm not saying go heavy portal. I'm just saying you gotta make some moves.
You gotta shake it up.
They have getting Justice Haynes. That's a move. You know what I mean? They've done and just all the additions we've done so far. I'm a fan of. I like what we're doing. I need an offensive lineman. I need a wide receiver. I need a defensive tackle. I need another corner. Although I'll be real.
I need to see Michael Capana returning kicks.
I do need a corner because the way they played the last 2 games, do we really need a corner? They're locking these dudes down, bro.
We definitely need some special teams return.
And so, real quick, I want to touch on what with the Bryce Underwood thing, like what Keith was saying earlier, because I was looking at this earlier too when I was over talking with Darren and Seth. So, I agree with what Keith was saying. I think week 1, it's Keene to get him ready for Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma, you're going to see 90% or more Mikey Keene because of the experience. I think when we come back the next week for CMU at home, I think you start seeing Underwood getting put in to packages in that game. And the week after in Nebraska, you dial it back slightly, but you still get him in there a couple times to get him reps on the road in a Power 4 stadium, but it's very limited. Then the next week we go into the bye week. You got a bye week and a home game following that. That's when you start to see him really start getting integrated into the play calling. And like I said on a previous show, once he reaches the level where he's doing the things that Mikey does better, as good or better than Mikey's doing, that's when you start. That's when you transition over to him.
I agree with that approach. I could see that happening. Me personally, I just feel that this guy is special to the point where,
oh, absolutely.
If he comes in here, it's. I'm gonna piggyback off what you said at the end. I'm just anticipating it to happen sooner, but I will take that. I will take that and we'll love that. I'm just anticipating that this guy is going to be all of that a lot sooner.
I think he is all of that already physically.
Yes,
but there's no way that to artificially replicate experience and reps on the road in major college football stadiums against major opponents. And I don't care what anybody says, Oklahoma, they might not be a great team, but they're not going to be a bad team next year. Nebraska is not going to be a great team, but may not be a great team, but they're going to be a good team.
You're talking crazy stadiums, man. I've been to OU Stadium before. I've been there.
Them and Nebraska, those stadiums are crazy to play.
Crazy stadiums.
I don't want to put that on a true freshman, regardless of how good his physical skills are.
I hear you.
In week 2 and week 4 of his freshman year, come on now.
Even though Raiola did it, but
start working him in, get him a couple reps, and so he can feel it, so he can see it. But start working him in, and then take that bye week, and that's when you really start to get him meaningful minutes, meaningful time.
When he's ready, he's gonna. We're all gonna know. That's all I gotta say.
After the bye week, I feel like it's like I said, it's because you're gonna have things that Bryce Underwood does better than Mikey Keene. But there's going to be a floor that Mikey Keene has in a lot of important areas that are higher than where Bryce Underwood is right now. It might not be
intellectually speaking,
it's the mental and the experience.
Yeah, we cannot, and I know that's why I said I'm being just optimistic because I just want to see. We haven't had this at our disposal at Michigan, so I'm just anxious to get it going. But realistically. This guy's got to go out there and play against the defensive coordinators on top of the players. That's very difficult for a 18-year-old kid to do. So to bring him along, I know, and I trust Sharon more in them. They're not listening to nothing we got to say. They're going to do what they want to do for this guy, and they're going to have that guy sitting and watching because that's the smartest thing to do. Even though my impulse and me as a fan, we've never had that before. I'm tired of Ohio getting it. We finally got one where it's a developmental piece, but it's a star quality developmental piece. I want us to put it in their faces and pull out our shiny toy and ride it around the block. So I can't wait for him to get out there so we can finally have that top tier quarterback. Not saying JJ wasn't, but that top tier quarterback that we can go in after another. And we had a down year this year, but now we land another one. This is now we need to continue. This needs to continue, and this is the first step towards the continuing of that position at Michigan.
And I'm not in any way disputing that Bryce is, in some ways, already way beyond Mikey Keene. But no matter, you can have 1 million practice reps. You're still not going to replicate the feeling of getting in the game on the road.
Oh no, you're right. You're absolutely right. Like there's nothing that they could do to get him ready for that. He has to respond on that on his own. When he gets in there and he sees the disguise coverage for the first time, when they throw an exotic blitz at him, or something that he thought was there, or maybe I can push the ball to the side and it's intercepted. He's got to see all that. He's got to go through and he's got to feel all that so he knows, whether he's talented or not. That's a mental thing that he has to see and go through. And we all have to sit back and be fair about it and let it develop.
And the other thing, and I really want to see this the first couple of weeks before we really throw Bryce in there. Historically, if you're going to run a freshman quarterback, you got to have a good, solid offensive line, preferably with a couple veterans. Some good, solid veteran weapons to carry him when he gets overwhelmed as a true freshman.
Right.
I need to see, do we have that before we like in game situations? Do we have that? Not just in practice. Do we have that against New Mexico? Do we have that against Oklahoma? Do we have that against Nebraska? If we've got it, let's go. Let's get Underwood in there.
Fair enough. All right, so Kinetic, I want to read these super chats here, and then I'm gonna let you hit your final thoughts because we gotta get to our Remez, our next call. We got Remez coming up next, then Cameron, then B-Dub, because we have 11 minutes. And actually, I gotta add 5 more to this. And we are at, let me see, we are at currently 32 away from a third hour. We greatly appreciate everybody contributing. It means a lot to us. Really, I mean, you guys really show out, and I appreciate that a lot. Happy New Year, by the way. It's 2025. It's about to be a good ass fucking year. It's gonna be a good year, boys. I really believe that we're gonna have a good ass year this year. Not only for Michigan, but I believe personally, bro, we're all gonna grind. We're gonna do the damn thing. All right, so we got Detective Loki here. TJ, your thoughts on Lions drafting Josiah Stewart? I would love that. Opposite of Aiden Hutchinson, I think Josiah Stewart would be a very good addition in the second round. I think he might be available in the second round due to his height, but he'd play that Sam role for Michigan, or I'm sorry, for the Lions. Hell yeah, I would love that shit.
Yeah, fire. Without a doubt.
Oh, I would love that in the second
round. Without a doubt.
All right, so you can get Josiah Stewart. We're going to take Kenneth Grant. We're going to have fun twice a year.
Who's your team?
You're going to lose Minnesota, that son of a
bro.
Oh,
man.
Take his L this Sunday,
y'all already got JJ, man. You know, it's like,
Yeah, but I'm saying we need a D tackle, and I think Kenneth Grant could be there when we get up there. So if he
I'm not going to object to that.
Come on now.
I have to root for him when you guys aren't playing us. I would root for him still because I love Grant. So I just want to see you guys succeed.
That's how I am with the Lions. Listen, I'm a Vikings fan, but outside of 2 games out of the year and 3 if we meet in the playoffs, I want the Lions to eat.
Yeah, I respect that.
I'll be real with you. I'm petty as shit. That's not how I work. Fuck the Vikings. I do love JJ, but you guys could take all the L's in the world, bro. When it gets to the NFL, things change, bro. It's a different world. We got Courtney Harvey here, $5 super chat. I'm cool adding pieces, but people forget our depth, like our edges are loaded, and other pieces we dedicated time and commits just run to the portal. Well, we just lost
Owen
Cody
Jones and Owen Wafel. Yep.
That's gonna happen.
Cody Jones makes sense. He never really got his opportunity.
Listen, I'm going to be honest. Okay, I knew who Cody Jones was, but I forgot about Cody Jones until I fired up the college football game.
Remember how we got him? Do you remember how we got him?
No, what happened?
I believe it was Maurice Linguist. Remember him when he was the defensive backs coach for like 2 months before he bolted to Buffalo? He came from He got Cody Jones to commit like 1 week on the job from Tennessee, bro. Like a master class. He's recruited, bro. And then he almost left because Maurice Linguist went to Buffalo for that head coaching job.
And I'm not trying to talk bad about Cody Jones. He's not a bad kid, but I legitimately forgot he was on the team until I fired up that video.
I was excited as hell. That kid was athletic as shit.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to talk bad about him.
So shout out to Courtney Harper. We appreciate you. We got John Diadamo here to remind everybody that this Monday, don't forget that the Avengers Assemble stream will be available for members only on Michigan at the Voice of College Football. For those who stay and the Connor Stallions Espionage Tiers, it'll be Monday, 10 o'clock with John, TJ, Maze Madman, Johnny, Maniac, and Kinetic. So it's going to be 10 o'clock for, I think, the first 2 weeks, right? Kinetic, and then we're going to be moving it to 9.
For the first 2 shows, I believe it'll be at 10 o'clock, and then it'll be moved back earlier after that.
That'll be first Monday of every month, all right? So it's not every Monday. It's just the first Monday of every month. So look out for that. If you want to become a member, here's the link. John already put it in there.
John's on top of it.
On the main page. Hell yeah. And it should be fun. We've never, who knows where it's going to go. It's going to be wild, I'm sure. We got a $5 super chat from Demetrius. Inexperienced Bryce might still be better than Mikey King. Didn't other teams start true freshmen to do okay? And I feel Bryce is better than those guys. I think talent-wise, I'm quite confident talent-wise he is.
We're in trouble if that's the case. Like, why are we bringing this guy in if this guy can't start?
I'm not mad if we start him. I think we'll be fine. But here's the thing. If we start him, regardless of how good he is, there's going to be growing pains specifically in those type of games. If you're one of those people that's saying start Bryce week 1, cool. But if they do that, I don't want to hear the first time he has a bad game, or if he has a couple bad games on the road and he has those growing pains as a true freshman. I don't want to hear you coming in saying fire Sharon Moore.
No, they're gonna do the JJ package or like the JJ thing. They're not gonna throw him out there, man. They're gonna bring him in. We already know, those of us that are close to the team, you guys with the inside information, me just being there, knowing football, knowing tendencies. They're not gonna do that to Bryce, man. They're not gonna put Bryce out there to just to take on the world.
The only way is if he pulls some Jameis Winston shit and just becomes that dude, bro.
And that's the only way.
Yeah, that's the only way. And if that happens,
that's the only way. Then you got to give it up to him,
bro. Yeah, it's a win-win, boys. It's gonna be a win-win. I know, but here's the thing: we're gonna debate this shit all summer,
and that's
it's gonna be a great time.
That's content.
Appreciate you, Kinetic. We're gonna get to our next call. Remez, you've been waiting patiently as hell, man. Listen, bro, I'll see you Monday, but you already know we're gonna be talking mad shit Sunday.
Yep, and I'll just say this. Everyone that has even the slightest ability to do so, start making plans to join us at the spring game. Come hang out with the Avengers of Michigan podcasting. We're going to be there. We're going to figure it out. We'll get more information as we get it together. But start making your plans right now.
Yeah, we're coming. We're going to go.
I'm definitely
we'll be there. Stay on the lookout. Appreciate you, bro. Go blue.
Go blue.
Go blue. Skull Vikes.
Connect. Vikings guy
on my show, bro. You disrespectful, bro. We got Remez coming up next. What up, Remez? What's up, brother?
What's up, guys? How are you?
How are you?
Great, man.
Go blue.
Go blue. It's funny, like you guys are talking about the hangout being the B-Dubs. The Bull have been talking in the chat a while back about having like a get together like in Troy. Chris Belly's, I think that's the place he wanted, and that get together would actually just make it. So that'd be great.
The spring game. So for those who don't know, just give everybody an update. We will be all going to the spring game. Everybody's going. We're all going.
Yes.
So meet us there. We'll figure out. We'll update you guys too on like all the logistics and stuff. The only hurdle for me and John at least, is we just got to figure out how we're gonna do a post game spring game. But if we can do a post game spring game at a bar in Ann Arbor, and everyone can all link up and have a good ass time, that'd be sweet. So we'll see what we can do. I'm sure we can work something out. I don't think it'll be an issue. We'll figure it out though. Also, I want to give a shout out to Nate Marr for becoming a member on Leaders and Best. Joining. We appreciate you, Nate. And shout out, my friend. All right. So Remez, what's up, man? So what's on your mind?
First thing, as you guys said, do you remember when I called you first and I said I'm not smart as you guys in football and whatnot? But like, isn't it true that in modern era of college football, not like way back in the 1800s, if Bryce Underwood started, he would probably be the third, not even the second, true freshman to start as a quarterback for Michigan. So it's not like the first time that's ever happened. I believe even Tom, and isn't and the guy with Tom Brady, when they pulled Tom Brady and put in the highly recruited guy,
Drew
and
Henson?
then they pulled him. Yeah, and then they put back Tom Brady. So that would not be like a crazy thing. It wouldn't be like an unheard of thing. Yeah.
It's not crazy. It's just, is it the right? The debate is, it's not that it's crazy. The debate is it the right move? What's the right move? What's the right?
And I'll tell you, I'll add something to there too, as far as the game being advanced, as far as the game being different than it was then, as far as you didn't, okay, all you got to do is look at this number. How many NFL defensive coordinators were coaching during the years that we're talking about with Drew Henson, Tom Brady versus now? That is the thing. That is the only reason why that intelligence and that is a key. Like your guy Connect just said, who was on here. That's true. And I cannot objectively decline someone's argument when they say that, even though I want Bryce to start day one. If someone's coming at me with that argument, I can't say nothing about it because that's fair. That's fair. The kid has to see that. And if Sharon and them want to go about it slowly, that's fair. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, the reality is this spring game is going to tell us a lot.
Yes, it is.
How ready he is. And then you already know, but it's kind of funny saying this. Like, you're going to hear about things leaking from camp, but like, let's be real. It wasn't so true last camp. So we'll have to,
that's going to be exciting.
Yeah. Dude,
oh man, that's a bummer.
You know what they need to do? Michigan needs to do at least 1 or 2 open practices for fall camp, bro. Like I
don't think they ever will.
Why not? Just one. Just do one at the big house. Let people come watch, bro. Like, it does not nothing crazy. Don't install anything, but like an NFL team does. Just, just do something, man.
They're
like,
still in the Bo Schembechler days, man. They're scared that stuff is going to get out, and Ohio's going to get it, and all this stuff. They're still in the Bo days, man.
They don't even trust the damn cameras in the building, bro. They don't even trust those.
That comes from Bo Schembechler, man. When we got robbed with Bo in, man, they've kept it that way since.
Yeah, so we got
it's a bummer. I was about to say, it's a bummer.
You're good. Go ahead.
No, I said it's a bummer because I couldn't wait until TJ comes and tells me that Samaj Morgan is kicking ass and he's going to win a Heisman, and hypes me up, and I'm just taking a shot. I'm taking a shot at TJ. You can read it.
I'm a big Samaj Morgan guy too. I'm a big Samaj guy too. I love Samaj Morgan too, man.
Bro, everybody was an All-American in fall camp, bro. Everybody. You fucking sorry about that. That's towards your kids there. But let me give a shout out to the Hambone here. 30, a $5 super chat. Has Michigan contacted wide receivers Amari Jefferson, Noah Thomas, Malik Benson, Mike Matthews? What about Trey Williams, Travis Shaw, and Z Chrysler? Okay, so Trey Williams. All right, that's one that I feel confident that Michigan's in a good position for because there's a connection there, and for some reason David Gusta is not getting a lot of attention. I think Trey Williams is going to be leaving Michigan shortly. And then in terms of the other wide receivers, those are not wide receivers that have really been on Michigan's radar right now. I think the let's see, I'm trying to think. It was let me look. So is Amari Jefferson, is that the one who just entered today? The one from is it A&M or whatever? Or Alabama. Yeah. So Amari Jefferson, he just entered the portal. There's no news yet, but you never know. I've heard nothing on it. Well, actually, all right, so here's something that's interesting. So, like on Tuesday, we talked about this mystery wide receiver who's on a playoff team that Michigan's in contact with.
Oh.
Well, so now that came from Ballas. So Ballas is the one who said that Michigan's in contact with a portal, a player who's not in the portal yet, the agent. So it's not tampering.
The agent. That's right.
And then, but what's interesting is Ballas said today that even he doesn't know who it is.
It's not talking.
Like I've asked around and nobody knows who this is, but apparently there is this mystery wide receiver that Michigan is currently talking with. So maybe he's that dude. I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, shit'll shake. But in terms of Noah Thompson and Malik Benson, I've heard nothing on that. Actually, Mike Matthews, I did hear that Michigan, I think, gauged interest. I don't know, but nothing's come of it. So I don't know. That's just kind of where we are. Man. I think the wide receiver to watch is Skylar Bell, though. The wide and Trey Williams is the defensive tackle to watch right now. Those two names are kind of hot for Michigan right now. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Good.
Yeah.
We're going away from another hour, boys. Appreciate it.
The last thing I want to say and get out of here. I don't know if you guys touched up on it, like on the game against Alabama when Davis Warren threw the best pass, the contested pass, the best one that Michigan has ever thrown all season long for the touchdown. And then when we got into the end zone, they pulled out Davis Warren and put in Alex Orji, who missed Marlon Klein wide open, and he ran to the outside. And I was like, and that kind of blew that second down.
You're talking about that play where Orji was rolling out and Klein came
Marlon
open.
Klein was wide open.
Wide open. I remember that.
And then we wasted the second down. We put back Davis Warren, and then we kicked the field goal. How many times that same thing repeated throughout the season and lost us games? Did it lose us the Indiana game, the Illinois game?
Oh, yeah.
And I was super pissed. Same thing. And it lost us games, not just hurt us in points, lost us games. And I was just super pissed.
Yeah, no, I get it. And like another thing too on that Alex Orji rollout, if he would have just ran it instead of being hesitant, he might have got the touchdown. He might have got that touchdown, bro. All the other times in the world, he's looking to run it, and then that time he remains real patient, hesitant. His indecisiveness cost us that play. It is what it is, though.
Oh my
Yeah, he's
all right, Ramez, do you have anything else you want to hit on before you get out of here?
No, I'm gonna get out of here, and first time that I spoke to Pen Game here, and good to meet you, and
good to
we'll talk
meet
to you
you.
guys later, and I'm definitely gonna make it to the spring game. Want to see
we
you
all
guys in person.
We'll all be there.
Yeah, we'll all be there, man. Support Ramez.
See you guys.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
All right, go blue.
Go blue. All right. So just a heads up, we are 22. We're 22 away from another hour. We have 2 callers left. We got our guy Cam, who's next, and then B-Dub, who typically closes our show out. No shirt season. He'll be up last. So we are going to do the damn thing. So just heads up, 22 away. If we do get 22, we will take more callers. If we don't get 22, then me and Pen Game are going to get out of here and watch Ole Miss destroy Duke, because that's what's happening right now. What's up, Cam?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Go blue.
Go blue, man.
Man. Hey, man, with the games that came on today and yesterday,
okay,
yeah,
that Notre Dame looked like a Michigan team.
They do look good.
They do.
That
running the ball, physical.
Yes, because they was knocking Georgia back.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, man, the SEC, man, they ain't
looking
with the
real.
It really is about the North, man. The North,
it's a takeover happening right now, man.
I know Notre Dame in the Big Ten yet, but I
they're
look
a Big Ten team, man.
That's how I look at it, bro.
Yeah.
And like Big Ten's like it's 3 Big Ten teams and 1 SEC team. I know Notre Dame wants to act like they're special, but they're not. And what sucks too is Notre Dame got a freaking New Year's 6 game win, so now we can't give them shit about not having one since the 90s. But
exactly,
it's like, to be real, right now the playoffs are our worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Penn State, Notre Dame, Ohio State. The only thing that'd make this worse is if it was Michigan State, not Texas.
Oh man, we'll be doomed either way. Somebody's gonna win that we don't like. So
Texas, man. If it ain't Texas, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck
all summer.
Yeah, man. That shows how we play ball up north. That shows how we play ball. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. Hey, that Ohio State game, what they did to Oregon is a blueprint. Thanks for Michigan, beating their ass in the horseshoe. Ryan Day said, "The hell with this. We just gonna throw the ball and we gonna fly around," and that's what they did. And what I noticed with that line, when you put pressure on a quarterback with just 4, you're gonna win the game. Because Michigan did it. When you put pressure on 4 instead of blitzing and do exotic stuff, you're gonna win the game.
Yeah,
and that's what Ohio State did. They put pressure.
Yeah,
with 4,
and pressure with 4, it's real easy to win the game. Like it's real easy. It makes it real easy for that back 7.
They have good linebacker play. I mean, I don't hate on them to the point where I'm not going to acknowledge what they do well. They had great linebacker play in that game as well, which also made it a lot easier for their backers to, roam and move around. I mean, they blanketed those guys out there. And did we not see the Heisman candidate here, Dylan Gabriel out there looking really suspect out there, man.
Bro, dude, they look, man, Oregon. Bro, they got a dose of reality real quick, bro. Like they were on cloud 9 thinking and I got some shit too. They held some receipts on me because I said they weren't running the Big Ten like 3 months ago. It's like, what's amazing to me too? It's like I do talk shit on social media, but like the people who like bookmark things and then wait months later to like say I gotcha, that's wild to me. I don't got the memory capacity to remember what someone said to me 3 months ago and then get some gotcha shit. Although I mean I know I did the receipt show. That's a little different though. That was like fresh within a month. But like in terms of like I'm not digging through my bookmarks to like get an I gotcha on somebody like 3 months ago. That's just wild to me.
I'm gonna tell you why it's like that for you, man, because your show is booming.
Yeah,
you're moving on up, and what people will do when that they're looking at you're that inspiration that I'm gonna show him, and so when they got that moment, they're holding on to that the whole time. And that just comes with the territory, man, because your show is booming. You guys are doing your thing here, and that's just gonna come.
Yeah, it's funny, man. It's funny. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's because like I was literally like when Oregon won that Big Ten championship, bro. Like as soon as they won, and like it was late as hell, all the way to like 3 a.m. Man, Oregon, the whole Oregon fan base just came after my ass. I was like, oh, here we go. I forgot all about this tweet, but thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, they got a, and plus, if you notice, they got a reality check because the coach was talking shit. He been talking crazy.
You're right. Dan Lanning, right, dude?
He been talking crazy.
You know what I was thinking though, bro? I was like, man, fucking Phil Knight just got motivated as shit.
Yeah,
he woke up the next day and said 10 more million. Here's 15 more million, bro. He's like, he's gonna buy a natty. I'm telling you guys, like and here's some real shit too. Because of like teams like Oregon and Phil Knight, they're effing this whole portal up, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna cloud this. They're gonna shut this thing down, man. They're gonna cap it.
It's so expensive, dude. It's so expensive because you got teams like Oregon that are just willing to be highest bidder for everybody. It is a problem. That's why Michigan's trying to be responsible with it. But I want to give a shout out here to Ramez. Obviously, just called in and still contributed $2. We appreciate you, man. We are $20 away from a second hour. We have 3 more minutes with Cam. Then we got beat up, and then we're done for the night. So we get $20. Greatly appreciate everybody contributing.
Hey, here's the kicker, y'all. And this was
my guy here. You know, my guy here, you know, everyone looking out. Hey, we appreciate you, man. Hey, seriously though, spring game, let's link up, boys. Let's link up.
No, yeah, I'll be there. I'm going. But here's the kicker, y'all. Do not be surprised of Bryce Underwood starting day one.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
that's what I've been saying.
Because here's the thing, and people got to understand. The man looked like a linebacker or an incoming D lineman, like a D end coming in. Did y'all see the picture with him and Adams Orgy standing next to each other?
Yes, TJ put it on here. Cam, what I'm with you on that, or the why I make that point, I've made it previously, is the physical aspect. He's ready.
Yes,
that's not an argument. Physically, the guy is ready. I feel TJ and others on the fact that, you know, maceration and bringing this guy in on the mental aspect. I get it. I'm not going to argue with anyone if they say, hey, week 2, week 3, I'm cool with that. But I'm looking at that, and I know the guy wants to work, and he works hard, and come on, man. Like I'm seeing it, man. That guy's a physical specimen, man. There's not very many players that come along. This guy only 17 years old, man.
I was about to say this is a 17-year-old guy.
This type of player doesn't come around every. You don't get a player like this every year.
This is why Queen Jolene went all in.
Yeah, I would have too if I had the paper. You got to get, man. This guy here does not come around every so often, man. Michigan did what they needed to do, and I don't care what it was that they had to do to get this guy to stay home. I'm glad Queen Jolene made it happen, and I'm glad he is in Ann Arbor because we're in for a treat with this guy, man. Whether he starts day one or not, we are in for a treat.
It could be a good 3 years, boys. Like,
man, it's gonna be a lot of us at the big houses going on in his team.
Because y'all, if you notice, they found the right offensive coordinator for him, and that's the key. Yes. So as we look right now, if we don't get nobody right now, what we saw in the offensive line is real good. Because I'm gonna tell you something, that Alabama defensive line ain't no joke, y'all. And we hold our own against that defensive line.
Yeah. So they're beasts. They're beasts. Michigan just play. They're thinking Alabama just came in and said, "Oh, we should be in the playoffs." No. Michigan was giving it to them. I saw that.
Yes.
Michigan was linked with putting people on the ground. So I mean, that Michigan was coming after those guys.
So now, just imagine that offensive line we have right there with another key offensive line player with Bryce Underwood, Marshall, and the one we got in from the portal. And then if you look at it, just imagine we don't get nobody else. Don't forget the 6'6" wide receiver that we got as a freshman.
Crowder.
That's the one you posted the picture of earlier, TJ.
I think we need to not sleep on Browder, bro.
Don't think so. What's up, Moose?
I think he's special, bro. I think the rankings messed up with him, bro.
I saw the film that you showed on him, TJ. I saw the film that you showed on him. That guy has hands. He got good hands.
So everybody talk about, we probably need a wide receiver. I'm looking at like this. The freshmen we got coming in. Man, they are ones that trying to get on the field.
Yes, they are.
They
I
are
can tell you
ones
that.
they are ones that try to get on the field. So just imagine, Michigan fans, if we stay put and
I'm
we
good
don't
with
get
that
nobody. I'm cool with that.
because the competition, the environment in Schembechler is competition. Those guys are competing, man. That's why that's why we're going to lose some guys because competition is going to be bringing Bryce just made everybody like this. Bringing him, just his presence in there alone in that locker room, in that building, guys are like, I have to step my game up because if I don't play good with this phenom, they're going to bring somebody else in here who does.
Yes. And another key watch out for that he played real good in the game is Moore, number 3. Watch
Moore's
out for
been
him
playing
next
good.
year.
Yeah, he's gonna be. He's a pivotal piece. Yeah, show that footage. Or you got the footage? Watch this dude right here on this catch.
Man, he a beast.
So some might be watching this and being like, "Oh,
it's that one-handed catch, right? That one-hander. Yeah, come on, man. We can work with that. That's better than anything we had this year,
bro. That's what he does, bro. Here's another angle of that same catch right here.
Look at that.
He's now 21-3. Santa Lucia's ball.
Look at that.
This guy's 6'4". He's 6'4".
Bro, his hands, he has in my opinion, I watched everybody? No, but I watched a lot of these dudes. Best hands in 25, bro. This kid has the best hands in 20. Look at look
at that catch right there. How tall is he again?
He's 6'4". He's 6'4".
Oh man, come on, bro. Come on, man. This guy's gonna play this year.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
200, bro. He's already 6'4", 200. I'm gonna play his highlight tape right now, actually.
And then Andrew Marsh. How tall is Andrew Marsh?
Andrew Marsh isn't that tall, but Andrew Marsh got route running, man. He's a mover, man. That guy's a baller, and he got the attitude.
So, and then we just picked up the kid from Indiana, and he like what, 6'4", 6'5"?
McCoy, he's nice, dude. McCoy, look at him moss that dude. I'm telling you, this dude's legit, bro. Him being ranked in the 700s is bullshit. That's what these rankings are off, man.
You can't go off these rankings all the time.
He's a top 300 player. There's no doubt. The only reason why he's getting knocked is because his speed isn't elite, but he's still quick.
Oh, man, he don't got to be fast with us.
He don't have to be fast.
He don't got to be fast with Michigan.
Yeah, dude, he's straight.
We're good, man. And, hey,
we good.
And we're not playing in the SEC where it's an average temperature of 60 degrees all season. We're playing where it's about 50 average and it's 40s and 30s. We don't need a guy to be blazing out there. We just need a guy to cover up and jump ball that thing.
And
so that's what we need.
That's the thing. And I think that's going to be better for Michigan going on forward is the jump ball with the big receivers that we have coming.
Yes.
Now, my thing is special teams are getting the speed with Micah and
that's what TJ just talked about.
And the old boy, the one that you like, the sophomore, the little short dude.
Morgan?
The little short dude. Morgan, yes.
Yeah, Samaj Morgan.
Morgan.
I don't think guys, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think Morgan got it like that speed wise, bro. I just don't think he's a burner, man. I think he's got some quick twitchiness to him, but he just doesn't have that top end speed, man.
No, you know why? Remember the Big Ten championship game, right? Remember when he broke? Remember when he broke that one and he got caught behind?
Yeah,
right before. Yeah, I was thinking at that point in time, I was like, this guy needs to hit the weight room, get that speed, and I didn't get a chance to see it this year because he just wasn't. So I gotta see with him.
If we can open this offense up and then not make it so crowded on the line of scrimmage, then potentially you can get some room. I mean, we'll find out. Next year's a big year for Samaj. We'll see what's up. I mean, I know he wants. All right, Keem, give us your final thoughts, man.
Okay, the final thoughts. It was a good season this year, and I'm looking forward to Michigan to have the same season that they had in 2023. And what I mean by that our defense and the rotation of our defensive line.
Yes.
If we can get Williams with that defensive line, that'll mean we'll have 5 defensive tackles that we can rotate. And that's all we need. Because if we can rotate, because we already got 4, because Barnhart's switching to the end now.
All right, wait, who's your 4? So here's who I got. Benny, Payne, Pierce.
Yep.
Who am I missing?
We can get Williams.
Yeah, that's 4. You said 5 though.
Who's the other one?
The one that played good. Not him, the other one. the other one. Is it Pierce?
Pierce. I already mentioned him though.
Yeah, Pierce.
So right now, I see a 3-man rotation, and Cameron Brand, I think, is going to play that Chris Jenkins.
Okay.
Role. That's what Cameron Brand will play. So
this guy is catching this.
Yeah.
His teams are stupid though. I'm going to play Andrew Marsh's highlight tape next. But
and that's what I mean by TJ and Classic, that we really don't need to get another wide receiver. I'm okay with the ones that we got.
I need another.
I feel you. I feel TJ as far as depth, because you just don't in football, man. I'd rather us have enough pieces because of injuries.
Okay,
that's the only reason why you got to stack your deck. You got to stack your deck because Alabama and them, they stack their decks. So we Michigan is at that level now where there is no more garbage pail stuff. Let's stack our decks and let's take our shots.
We need loaded rosters, bro.
It's our time now. It's our time.
So do y'all think that we're going to be rotating more next year since we got all these, since we got Bryce Underwood? Are we going to be rotating more? Because I saw this year with Sharon Moore, he was trying to get Bryce Underwood, so he couldn't rotate like he wanted to, like Jim Harbaugh used to do. He couldn't rotate. So y'all think he going to be rotating more?
What you mean, like defensive play, like how we had a depth defensive line the year before?
The whole team. Because remember, on the 2023, we was rotating a lot of guys.
What you think, TJ? Go ahead and holler at us on that one.
I do, yeah, because I think, look, here's how I look at it right now. And let's assume we get Trey Williams. That seems to be how it's looking. So we got TJ Guy, Jay Sean Barnum. That's 2. Cameron Brandt. I think Enow Etta is going to be rotating with him. That's 4. Trey Pierce is 5. Rayshon Benny 6. Payne is 7. And then on the other side, you got Derek Moore. That's 8. That's kind of like how we had it 23. And that's Trey Williams does make it 9. So I mean, I think we have an 8-9-man rotation next year.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
And then also, somebody might show up next year too. Like
there you go.
Is it Dominic Nichols' time? Is Nate Marshall going to be that guy his freshman year? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I really believe one of those freshmen are going to stand out, man. I'm firmly believing that because the competition in that room has now went up. Guys are going to be going in there licking their chops, ready to compete. When you got all that talent, go ahead.
Don't forget Sullivan.
Oh yes, Cole Sullivan.
Do not forget about him.
I was on D-line though. Linebacker, I expect him to be in the rotation next year. So at linebacker, I think at linebacker you're looking at Jimmy Reuter.
I love him, man. I love his game.
Sullivan and Bowles, bro.
Our linebacker course is solid. I like our linebacker core.
And I'll tell you right now, if Owasu Boateng makes
that's who I'm saying. That's who I'm talking about. I think he's gonna play, man. He's gonna, if not in there, he's gonna get some rotation time.
Yeah, he's a freak. He'll probably get special teams of anything, but yeah.
And y'all don't forget about the one we got from Michigan State too, the safety.
Mangum, that's a safety though. Now you're going deep in the defense. Mangum.
Our cornerbacks and all that are straight, man. We're good on the back end.
We need one more corner. I need one more corner. If we get Sicario Davis, by the way, guys, if we get Sicario Davis, who's the number 1 corner in the portal, who is
this Andrew Moss?
Besides, I wanted the dude from
that's Marsh right there. That's Marsh. Look at see what I'm saying? Look at that we need all this at Michigan. We need all this right here.
I do think Andrew Marsh gets.
We need all this.
I think Andrew Marsh plays, bro. I really do. I think Andrew.
Yeah, I think he does too. We need all that. We need every bit of that. We need.
So I think he's gonna get early playing time. Oh, my bad.
I'm cool. Like I said, I'm cool with it because I'm gonna say another thing. Did y'all see what the coach did? The offensive coordinator did when he was talking to Sharon Moore? And Sharon Moore shook his head.
We're going another hour, boys. We got guess what? Call lines just got opened up.
Yeah, you already know.
Business. What did the offensive coordinator do?
He talked to Sharon Moore. And Sharon Moore said, "Yeah, you right. Because he saw, I think he saw something what Alabama doing, and then he got to talking to Sharon Moore. Sharon Moore said, "Yeah, you right." Because I forgot what play it was, and they showed him, and the new offensive coordinator was talking to Sharon Moore, and Sharon shook his head. Yeah, you right. You right.
You guys probably saw all of that. I didn't. I was actually there. So
Yeah,
I didn't get a chance to see I didn't get, to see all the game film of it and all the TV broadcast. So I didn't get a chance to see all of that yet.
So yeah, I like our defense. Our man, listen. To anybody that's listening, players, work on your game. Come in there strong, come in there hungry. Because we need that. Because when Michigan come in there focused and talking about we want to win the natty and go to the playoff, 9 times out of 10, Michigan go to the playoff. So I appreciate y'all there. Hey, I'm going to be at the spring game. I just called my son. He said he want to go. We are huge Michigan fans, so we'll be there.
We'll look forward to seeing you, brother.
Yeah, we'll figure out a way
be
to,
there.
You know what we'll probably do, bro? We'll probably meet. So my guy Dre, he's a part of Hailgate. We'll probably start there. I mean, I'm assuming though, so this could change, but I'll probably reach out to Dre. I know he's gonna be there, and then we'll probably start there.
Okay.
And then we'll go to the game, and then there'll be an after spot, which we can all link up at the wherever we do the post game show at. We'll link up there.
Yeah, just let us know where y'all gonna be at and stuff like that. Because matter of fact, I'm gonna talk to my son tomorrow, and we're gonna try to call the hotel or the Airbnb in Ann Arbor.
My man.
We're gonna be there. All right, y'all. It was a good victory for Michigan. Go blue.
Go blue, baby.
Man. Appreciate you, bro. And our guy NB Story,
Story
Trading, $19, $20 hitter. He unlocked third hour, boys. We're going all the way till, let's see, we only have 30 more minutes, but whatever. We'll go, we gotta go like 15 minutes over. We'll go 15 minutes. I don't give a shit. All right, we'll keep doing the damn thing. Our next guy is B-Dub. We're gonna pull him up. And shout out to you, man, for helping us get to this next hour, man. I appreciate it. B-Dub, what's up, brother? How we doing?
What up, no?
What up?
Yeah, man. Hey, I got that bonus. I thought I'd share the wealth.
Hey, did you get a bonus, bro?
Oh, I get bonuses every month.
You did, bro.
I get bonuses every month, technically. So
salute to that.
My man.
That's right. But no, I mean, I guess I could try to make the spring game, but
why not?
No, you're not. You're gonna go, B-Dub. You're going.
I just gotta see how this 3-year-old.
No, you let the wife.
I want to take my son. So.
Well, bring your son, bro.
What? What'd you say? Yes, it is. She told me it's not happening. Yes, it is.
Hey, listen, he's a future Michigan Wolverine, bro. He's got to.
That's right.
See what's
That's
up.
right. That's right.
Plus, it's free anyways. It's a free game, so
that's why I'm like, what? Might as well. Ohio State's always talking that shit, bro, about their stadiums packed. Well, we got to do work. Their spring games are so this and that, and
they got paid. They charged for that for their collecting.
Yeah. So what's on your mind, B-Dub? Damn, Andrew Marshall. Look how nasty this film is, dude.
Yeah, dude, man.
Right, this dude. This is when he was a junior, boys. This is when he was a junior.
He does seem to run angry.
Why is my keyboard not working? My hotkeys are not working, which is weird. But look at this catch. Look at this catch. Stupid. That's SportsCenter top 10, boys.
We haven't had something like this in a while at Michigan.
No, in my opinion, he's gonna see the field early, bro. Like he'll make. Look at this kid.
Look at that. Oh, look at that. I mean,
look at this dog. This is a dog, bro. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes,
that's an incredible play.
That pursuit is so bad,
bro. He's a
dog. That's an incredible play.
He's a dog. He reminds me of Zay Flowers a little bit.
Yeah, he does kind of play like that.
That's some Zay Flowers doing, bro. Look at him. Look at him.
Damn. Look at that hit. Damn.
Just like that. I'm like, what you want?
Jesus, bro. We gotta watch that again. Hold up.
That's kickoff return too.
Hold up. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Boom.
We're gonna stand over him too. Get out my face, boy. Hell yeah.
Welcome to
Thunderdome. He's doing kickoff return too.
He does it all.
Oh man, this guy's gonna see the field, man. There's no doubt that this guy's gonna. Oh, he's out there in Katy, Texas. So that's out there by Houston.
This is that real shit, bro. This is that he's playing against good competition. This is not.
And big stadiums too. Yeah, Katie, that's a nice suburb area out there, west side of Houston. Yeah, so yeah, he's legit,
Sure.
man. This guy's legit.
Yeah.
He will see the
I'm
field.
looking
He
forward.
will.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing like who
Yeah,
shows up. I think the level of talent in this class, man, is definitely a little bit above. I mean, I'm not trying to say that's maybe why Owen Waffle left, but
well, all right. Word is him and Espo weren't.
I think TJ said something different, but
him
I
and
will.
Espo weren't.
We have not had an embarrassment of riches at the University of Michigan on up the roster top to bottom. They had to be developed to that. Now you're getting that from day one with the development that we have.
Did you see that?
This is scary. This is we have not had this as Michigan fans.
I forgot how good this is, bro. I forgot how good his highlight tape is. This shit is stupid, bro.
Yeah, this guy is a beast. This guy is a beast. He's gonna play. He's definitely gonna play. This is better than what we had this year.
Dude, we needed him. We needed him and Underwood. Look at this kid.
I mean, we needed anything, dude. Anything. I mean, honestly, besides watching and listening to that game, which offensively was pretty abysmal, but it just looked great defensively. That's all.
Oh my God,
it was just a great defensive performance.
You talk about being nervous, man. I'm in there nervous because we have a 16-0 lead. Every Michigan fan in that stadium, bro, was nervous. Whether they admitted it or not, they did not think we were going to hold on to that game. And those Bama fans are starting to rowdy back up. So I'm in there.
Once the rain stopped, I was like, oh,
yeah. Once the rain stopped,
up at least 28-3.
We definitely should have. I was like, score at least another touchdown, and we did. And we elected to kick the field goal. I think we had a fourth down situation that we passed for a field goal.
Yep.
And I thought we should have went for it.
Yeah, the last two times it was that's what made it. That's what, because it was 10 and then 13, then 16, and I was like, bro, dude, like these last two possessions we had, it was on fourth down. I was like, just because it was raining so much. I mean, we were doing well in run game, but of course our field position was that was the problem. Like that sort of just all it was a little disheartening in the beginning there. Like your average field position was what, like 30 yard line of Alabama, right? And but so I was like, dude, we got to punch this in some point, and we only got one touchdown out of it. I was like, oh man.
It was a survival. We were holding on to say the least. We were holding on for an entire
half. Guess what? We win those games, bro.
And that's why I'm not worried about these guys going forward with this talent. I'm not worried about them. They're going to find a way to win.
We got Jacob. We got Jacob Washington. This is our other wide receiver we just got. So it'll be Browder, Washington, and all three. Yeah. Washington is actually a bit of a burner, bro. He's nice.
This guy.
I like our wide receiver core.
I was trying to connect the dots here. I don't know if you guys think about this. How tall is Ron Bellamy? Does anyone know?
6'2"?
I don't know. 6'3"?
2?
Was Bellamy like 6'2"? I think he's 6'1". I don't know. I'm just saying, I feel like there's a correlation between his height and our average height of receiver.
We haven't gotten a lot of over 6'2", 6'1s in a while, man. To see us having a 6'4" and a 6'3" and a 6'5", I'm like, thank you.
He's 6 foot. That's fucking.
He's 6 foot. Oh, okay. You got it on the under. You got me on the under.
All right. Hey, Pen Game, you gotta get out of here, my man.
Yeah, I'm on 2%. I'm gonna definitely tune in. I'm gonna lock in with you on the other topics, and definitely on this spring game thing.
You on again, man. All right.
We are gonna. Oh yeah, this was great, man. I'm definitely gonna rock out with you guys again, and everybody out there, go Blue Nation, go Blue, baby. We got this, y'all. Just relax. Let this coaching staff handle their business. Let's relax, man. Sit back. Hey, we beat Ohio if they win the championship. They got to buy those T-shirts that say "lost to Michigan" on that national championship if they do win. It's going to be a loss on that T-shirt to Michigan. So Buckeye fans hold that.
Let me know where they can find you, bro.
Oh, at Pin Game Classic. You guys can find me. There I am right there. That's a nice little freestyle video of me kicking it in Amazing Blue. Right there, and I usually post everything that I music related there, and I'm always talking my stuff. about Michigan and Michigan basketball too. I talk about a lot on there too, but definitely Michigan football.
I promise you, more Michigan basketball coverage is coming, guys. We will definitely. That's gonna be the focus now, along with recruiting and all that stuff. But we're gonna start hitting more basketball.
And I'll be rocking with you. I'll be rocking with you all the way with that because I actually played basketball, college basketball, more than football. So I actually have a better, a little more dialysis on the game of basketball than I do on football. So definitely Michigan all the way. Either way it goes. So definitely, brother.
All right, my man. Well, appreciate you, bro. Go Blue. We'll talk soon.
Go Blue, man. Take it easy. Peace, brothers.
Peace. My man Pen Game, bro. Appreciate it, dude. We got another one. Man. Yeah, he'll definitely be back. I enjoyed having him on. So if you guys want to follow him, give him a follow on the socials. That's it. Let's get back to our guy, Jacob Washington, though. So what up, B-Dub? What else you got for me, man? We got 26 more minutes, boys, just so you know. We got Block M coming up next. We'll probably close it. Actually, we'll probably close it out with you and then Block M. And on some real shit, I can just bring Block M up here. Let's do that. Block M, you ready, bro? What up, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Living, man. Enjoying, bro. Enjoying the outlook for 2025 and getting excited about it, and getting ready for some Michigan basketball. Which, by the way, I need to look at the schedule because
weren't they going to play? I'm confused. Weren't they going to play? Or what was up next?
I know they got a road trip coming up. I know that.
They got a big road trip coming up.
Yeah.
I believe like 4 of their next 5 games are on the road. So that's going to be an interesting stretch there.
Who are they playing?
They got USC.
They got USC, UCLA, and Oregon, I believe. And then they might be back home. So it might be 3 of 4.
Yeah, I'm about to pull up the schedule here. Hold on. So we got,
and I believe Oregon is it might be Washington then Oregon.
So this Saturday is our next game on Fox. Then we got UCLA, Washington, Minnesota. We don't play Oregon for a little bit, man.
Okay.
Okay.
Oregon's in February.
Okay. Yeah. Oregon is going to be tough. They're really good.
Yeah, UCLA is pretty good too.
Yeah, I believe they're 18th. So they're
15th.
Oh, they must have went up. Yeah, they're a good team.
I watched that Western Kentucky thing. Holy shit, dude. That was nuts.
They can pretty quick.
Just fucking buried them and just kept burying them, man. Before I knew, I was like, oh, we're up by 10. Okay, cool. Good. Is that 20? Okay, 30, 40. Like, holy shit.
They almost beat them by 60, bro.
It was bad. I think I turned out after they went up by 50. I was like, okay, this is just, last 2 or 3 minutes, there's no point. But,
Vlad Golden out here shooting threes. Unbelievable.
Bro.
The only thing that bothers me about this team, dude, is they just don't run it. It is a weird dynamic to have, which I guess is a good thing, to have Trey Donaldson, right, and Wolf, because
they're your 2 main ball handlers.
It's like because honestly, to win the game, I sort of want Wolf. I sort of want Wolf with that ball, bro, and I want that fucking high screen, bro. I want some magic. But Trey Donaldson also, dude, like he's a baller too. So
he's been amazing.
It's just a weird dynamic.
You can see when they're struggling, they go to that high screen and roll with the 2 bigs.
Yeah, and I love it. And it gets them going. But it's just Donaldson, I see what he brings. It's just a weird dynamic. It's just
what do you mean? Why? Why is it a weird dynamic? I think he's
because I think Trey's just that typical, just like straight up point guard where he can like dish and shoot and.
So why is that weird?
Because it throws off the whole high screen with Wolf and everything a bit. I feel like. I mean, I like at crunch time. I want Wolf and Golden, but other than that, during the game, I want my Donaldson. But if it ain't working with Donaldson, then
I really like Wolf's aspect. I really do, but unfortunately, throughout, I think TJ will agree with me. Unfortunately, and Danny Wolf's probably my favorite player on this team, but they really need Trey in moments, and because Danny just turns the ball too much. He just turns the ball over too much,
That is
unfortunately.
true. That is true. He's not really that. Yeah, I get what you're doing.
But
If he's a one
it's not just
pass
him.
guy, it makes sense. But like you said, if it's anyone other than Golden,
He's a little too risky.
yeah,
He takes too much risks, and I think Dusty
Oh,
gets annoyed with it, and then ends up going with Trey, and
yeah,
sometimes even Reuben Jones. So
yeah, true.
so shout out to Doreen in the house. We appreciate Doreen. We appreciate it. It was a hell of a win, Doreen. We had a hell of a win. I'm sure you're feeling pretty good about your win against Oregon. We'll see how the Texas game goes. I'm glad your daughter gets another trip though. It gets to go to another bowl game and gets the experience, so that's fun. I saw the pictures; those look pretty cool, by the way. So shout out to you, Doreen. We appreciate you, as you know. But yeah, so regarding the basketball team, boys, look, I actually think what they're doing. I think we don't need to change a damn thing except the turnovers. Like, I think the diversity, the versatility of the offense, the movement. See, that's the problem, though. I just think the team, because it's such a fast-paced offense, I just think they're, you really got to think quick, man. And
Yeah, you do.
turnovers are going to happen when you're playing fast. But, like,
Yeah,
one thing I wanted to look at, and let me see if I can pull it up. What was FAU's turnovers the year prior?
I would guess similar. Probably to start, they probably turned it over a lot. That's just the way Dusty likes to play. But I think the difference. I think Michigan might be a little bit higher because at FAU, Dusty never really had a Danny Wolf type.
All right, so they were doing 11.4 turnovers a game. Do you know what we're averaging right now?
A lot.
18.
Michigan. Let's find out. Let me look.
I think they've been down the last 3 games. I believe they've been low.
that might have caused it to go down.
Someone in the chat. I'm looking up on Google, so I can't see.
Probably 18, if I had to guess. 'Cause I think the first 5 or 6 games, it was rather high. It was.
I'm going to be shocked if it's under the FAU number.
So it says we're averaging 15.2.
That sounds about right. And like B-Dub mentioned, the last couple of games they've cleaned it up a little bit, so it probably made that number go down a little bit. So yeah, they definitely need to work on the turnovers. That's gonna. Unfortunately, I think that might be this team's Achilles heel.
If we get to under 10, man, if we get to like 9.
I mean, I think we can shoot the ball very well. Obviously, to be honest with you, right when we were facing Arkansas, that was obviously a very good Calipari coach team, and they matched up with us well. We were hitting the threes, but we were still in the game, right? That's huge. Right?
I'm still a little salty about that getting John L. Davis.
Guess where we rank on turnovers in the nation?
It's got to be pretty high.
341st, bro. 300. There's only 23 teams that turn it over more than us. Shit.
Yeah.
It comes. I mean, but you got to expect that. You have, a whole new roster. You have what?
We got to get to about 10. We got to get to 10, dude. We got to get down to 10.
I think they can. It's just unfortunately, like I was saying earlier, love my guy Danny Wolf, and I think he brings great things to this basketball team with his ability to handle the ball at his size and be able to shoot and break defenses down. But he tries. Sometimes the passes he tries are just like, man, dude, like you act like you're playing a video game.
He honestly reminds me a little bit of Manu Ginobili. Just how he just lays it up and just contorts his body, dude. It is sort of amazing, but yeah, like his passing is that like you said, if he can only do 2 things. Wolf can really do 2 things exceptionally well. One, he can hit the high screen and give it a quick pass to Golden. If it's not to Golden, he better make that layup or some type of move, because other than that, it's probably going to be a turnover, right? Like he just can't hit the guy right. It's like he's going to pass it quickly, guy doesn't see it or whatever, right? So
Well, there's a couple of plays this year that I posted on my Twitter that there's one where he goes for a shot fake and then just goes down the lane and does a reverse layup, and he's a 7-footer. And it's just like, man, that's sick. And
it is sick.
When he's doing stuff like that, that's when he is borderline like unstoppable. But the problem is that when he's not doing that and he's trying to thread the needle from half court to a guy in the corner, and he's trying to whip it across his body to somebody standing at the top of the key, and it just makes bad turnovers. That can make those other highlights not really mean anything. But when he's on and he's getting those borderline triple doubles, it's going to be really hard for certain teams to play with us.
I agree. I mean, especially on the. I mean, and I also like that Wolf has been. It's obviously, it seems like this whole team runs through Wolf, but honestly, it really is. I mean, it's like the kid. I'm scared he may go, like, because he's that good, right? Like if he starts,
he's NBA. He's gonna go to NBA.
I mean, his stock has been rising and rising, dude. Yeah. Every game he's playing, I'm pretty sure
he's a first round pick, in my opinion, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
and
he's up there.
He's what the league is going to look at. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to be as good as this guy, but he kind of he reminds me of Jokic a little bit.
No,
he can shoot, he can pass, he can rebound, he can defend. He's a great defender.
I mean, I think he's closer to Porzingis than he is.
Okay, that's a fair. That's a fair comp.
I was gonna say Dirk, but
I wouldn't even put Dirk. Because he ain't got that. Dirk.
He doesn't have a post game. Dirk was a post game.
Well, and Dirk was a towards the end of his career, he was a lights out 3-point shooter. Danny Wolf's like 32%, but yet Danny Wolf has shown that he can be a jackknife type player where he can do everything on the court.
Yeah, I liked it because I think the Arkansas game exposed it a bit. Was just the rebounding. He did. I understand what they try to do, but like just the rebounding was just such trash. And I was like, bro, dude, you got to do something out here. And I know because Arkansas was able to throw their bigs out there to match us, but
won that game.
I was so annoying. It was so annoying just to like, dude, Wolf,
we should beat Oklahoma.
God.
Bullshit.
Yeah, the Oklahoma game was
me off, man.
We
should have won that game. Well, didn't something happen at the very end of that game that cost us? What was that?
The James Harden, right?
There was the Jeremiah Fears 4-point play.
That's what it was. Yes, that's what it was.
Well, and then the thing was right before that, or maybe a couple of plays before, who we were just talking about, is if he fixes these types of things, he can be an All-American type player. But Danny Wolf had a costly turnover. And that's the thing. If he can get that under control, he can wreak havoc on teams. But
I couldn't believe, honestly, that game bothered me. The Oklahoma game bothered me for a couple reasons. One is the free throw. The free throw shooting has just been I think we're 75% or something. Like it's not the greatest. I feel like we just need to be hitting these free throws at the line. And two, this Fears guy. Yes, I understand they were saying the kid's like a 5-star kid. Obviously, you can see it because his IQ is ridiculous. But the kid was also somewhat short. I think Fears was 6'1", maybe 6'2". And this guy is getting all the guy looks like James Harden out here, dude, with the amount of fouls he was getting. I was about to lose my effing mind. And then he got that phantom James Harden call at the end there, where he went towards the rim and no one touched him, but they called a foul. I was like, bro, you can miss me on that.
Yeah, I think the refs cost him too on that game, but
that's all Fears was doing that whole entire game.
We got this guy. We got this guy right here too. Hey man, one of these basketball podcasts coming up. We got to do highlights of McKinney, man. He's another guy that Michigan's going to be so
Yeah, we will.
thrilled to have.
We'll recruiting's been nice. We'll definitely. I mean, I could pull shit up right now. Let's pull it up now.
No,
but no. So what I was thinking is maybe Block M. So for those who don't know, I was kind of thinking about doing some post games here and there, not every game, but like some of the bigger ones. Because like this team, for those who have not watched Michigan basketball this year, man, they're really fun. It's a really fun team to watch, and they play hard. They play as a team. It almost has some John Beeline vibes. Now it's obviously a different offensive scheme completely, but they play good defense. And they play as a team, and they have a strong rotation too. It's a deep bench. They're just a good team. So I'm enjoying it, and I'm about to get a lot more into it. I've been busy as hell. Like a lot of times, there are games around when we got shows, which just sucked. But what I want to do is we'll start covering a little bit more on the Tuesday show. But I definitely want to do every now and then, a 30-minute post game, just kind of talking about it, whatever. We'll figure it out. But be on the lookout for that. That's something that's coming in 25. But let me pull up Trey McKinney's highlight tape.
He had a recent one. I believe some of the insiders posted it.
He plays up in Flint. He plays up by Flint by you, right?
Yeah, I think he's Flint, right?
Yeah, he's from Flint.
Yeah, Flint. I don't know where. I don't know if it was Flint. So I know Flint something. I thought it was.
I'm trying to find who had that really good. Was it someone had that really good highlight tape that we got committed. I'm trying to remember who it was. I'm surprised Trey McKinney doesn't have a better highlight tape out here. You know?
Bryce Marich might have something.
I'm trying to, because none of these are good highlight tapes. They're all just cuts from games and shit. But here, I'll just hold up. Take your time. But all right, what else you got for us, Block?
Yeah, I'm just excited. Honestly, for both programs, you can't for the football program and the basketball program right now. You can't really find sure the football season did not go the way we wanted at all. But the way they finished was storybook in a way, and now they've got this recruiting class coming in. They got this guy coming in that we're watching highlights of. That's going to be game changing. And with basketball, they also have some amazing recruits coming in.
Good luck.
Yeah, like Winters Grady, bro. Winters Grady's nice.
I mean, his tape. If you watch it, it's just there's some shots where it's just how did he make that? His ability to just make those tough shots, those contested threes is just.
Yeah, I got his tape right here.
He can. This kid can
he's
shoot,
built,
man.
He's built for Dusty May's offense, bro. Stretching the floor, being a shooter, and he's a catch and shoot guy. Yeah, dude.
And
for sure,
for
sure. Look at him spreading the floor. Look at him in the corner.
Money.
Yeah.
And he's got the ability to hit the mid range at a high level as well, which is a nice thing to be able to do. If you can't, some college players, if they and a lot of it's this younger generation, but some college players they're more comfortable shooting a three than they are a mid range jumper.
I know, that's normal. That's become a new thing where kids are definitely more comfortable shooting threes than mid range. Mid range is not taller.
To see Winters Grady and Trey McKinney both enjoy to shoot the mid range is nice.
Oh, I know. You're right. I gotta get Trey McKinney on. Let me look.
So that's a very nice thing to see is versatility, because you don't want to be built just around the 3-point shot. Number one, it's not very entertaining to watch, and number two is that it can lose you games.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember that Rockets game back in the day, dude.
When they hit 2 of 30 or something like that.
They were the ones that were gonna. I think they were gonna. Who were they supposed to take out? I forget who they were supposed to take out. I was hoping on them winning because I don't know if it was Golden State or something, and they
Probably
they just totally tanked. And I was like, dude,
Yeah,
Oh,
they
that was a horrible
see
game.
that's the problem with a little bit when me and TJ talked about it is that, and that's one reason that I much more enjoy college basketball than the NBA is because
Yeah.
the college game isn't built around the 3-point shot. You can still have guys like Vlad
Right.
Golden dominate a game, but
Well,
you can't.
I think the player that I think honestly has pivoted. I think the NBA is Jokic, man. Him single handedly, with a little bit of cat, I think those two bigs, dude, just really are revolutionizing the game. Like, hey, we can shoot it out, out on the three, but man, you give it to us, dude. We'll make this shit happen. Solo, right? Just a solo in the post specialist that can either kick it out, find that pass, or just score, right?
I agree. I love Jokic's game. The problem with unfortunately the problem with the NBA in a way, the reason I think that they're in a bad spot is because guys like Jokic, he might be fun to watch every once in a while, but the NBA season's really long, and he's just kind of no offense, but he's just kind of a boring guy. So
I like.
I just
It's
think
true.
I just think that he's not gonna pull ratings like a
Yeah.
LeBron James or a Michael Jordan or a Kobe Bryant or a Shaquille O'Neal.
He's also not
But-
American, which hurts.
Correct.
But like,
That's
here's the
another
problem.
part of it.
Bro, here's the problem with the NBA, bro. All right, 3-point shot has kind of killed it because it's essentially three or a layup is essentially the NBA right now. The defense is piss poor. They got rid of hand checking. Players don't even try on defense for like 30-40% of the damn game. The NBA lottery is bullshit. We all know it's
James Harden
bullshit.
ruined that real quick. Oh,
There's a
God.
lack of parity in the NBA. I know this year's a little different because it was pretty top heavy for a good 8 to 10 years, like
Yeah.
during the LeBron era and all that shit, all the super teams. Like it really crushed I think a lot of average fan bases. And then there's just a softness to the league now where the league used to not be that way, bro. Like in the 90s or the early 2000s, there was a dog mentality, bro.
Absolutely.
And that shit, and like, after the Kobe era and the MJ era, and like, listen, here's a position I've never shared on this show that people may disagree with me on, but I'm not a LeBron fan, bro. I think
Me
he's soft
neither.
as shit. I think he's soft as fuck. And just so you know, I call him King Flop. He brought flop. He made flopping cool in the NBA, and that's whack as hell to me, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a Kobe fan.
Well, I
Okay, so, like,
understood it at first because he was
I don't
so
understand
aggressive
shit.
and physical in the
Soft.
beginning, but as time went on, he wanted the
Bro.
calls and they weren't giving him the calls. So I mean, I understand it transitioned into the flop. It wasn't that in the beginning, but I mean,
Bro, like they need to do what hockey does and embellishment. They need to make it a foul. If you want
that
to
is
pull
true.
some like stupid shit, but the problem is, see, the NBA caters to that shit and they allow that soft shit, and like that's why the ratings are down. Like I love the NBA, but like, and thankfully the Pistons, although Jaden Ivey just took a hit, which sucks.
Yeah.
But
That broke his fibula, man.
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah, but this was a clean break. That's how I look at it. It's a clean break. It is what it is. Hopefully, and I hate to say this, but maybe the draft position will be a little better. I'm all about the draft. I'm a big draft guy, but
You get fucked
regardless,
again, right?
although we're fighting for a playoff spot, but it sucks to lose them. But anyways, I don't know. The NBA, man, they just gotta the lottery needs to go in all sports, hockey, baseball.
Yeah,
Even
it's
though baseball
really
doesn't
I
run for it.
understand what they're trying to do, but dude, it's not.
Bro, it's so
You gotta
rigged.
breed
It's fucking rigged,
competitiveness. You gotta
bro.
get out of the hand checking shit, dude. Because that shit, you can fuck that, dude. I can't stand that shit, dude.
I don't trust these
James
leagues.
Harden single-handedly ruined the game that I was trying to get into, dude. Come around Christmas time or around especially summertime, you ain't got nothing to do. You're like, all right, let's watch some NBA, dude. And James Harden just ruined the shit out of it, dude, for me. I'm like,
Well,
dude,
he's another one of
what
those
are we
lazy players,
doing?
bro. He's lazy.
Yeah, and then all
It's
he did
3 or
was just
nothing for
wait
him.
for you to put your hand anywhere near him, dude, and then boom, he just go
Dude,
up, boom.
well, then look
I
at the
couldn't.
attitude of these players too, bro. They go to a team and they don't like it for 2 months. They go to a new team. Like it's just
Yeah.
weird, bro. Like
One other problem too that the NBA, well, there's a long list of problems, and they need to do some. They need
Hey,
to
that's
do.
my school.
you
Sorry.
went to Franklin.
Yeah.
What,
They-
you went to
they-
Livonia
Frank-
Franklin?
Yeah.
No shit, dude. That's fucking crazy. Okay. That's funny, dude. I didn't know that.
Why?
Yeah,
Why?
you guys.
How do you know Livonia Franklin?
Bro, I'm like, this is my area, dude.
That's
So
your
I went to
area?
Farmington. I went to Farmington.
Which
But I grew up in
Farmington?
Canton.
Farmington or
I grew up
Farmington
in Canton.
Hills? Huh?
Farmington Hills.
Okay, so were you part of the what's that school there that they shut down, right?
Harrison. I didn't go to Harrison. Harrison was a
Harrison?
rival. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, there you go. So that
I
was
played
yeah.
against Harrison. I played against Harrison.
Yeah, I can't believe they shut that down. That's bullshit.
You guys are East Side.
Dude, that is bullshit. They had the most state titles in the state, bro. That's nuts.
They
It was
did.
actually a good school. I don't know why they did that, man. I mean, I don't know. They did it after I went there. It was still a school.
Yeah. No, I even coached against that stuff.
Bro,
and
they were
so
the Belleville before Belleville.
They were. I could not believe it. They said it was something, basically it was the city saying they couldn't afford to keep the school going or something like that. They had to split up between, because there's technically three schools, right?
Yeah,
In
North
Farmington.
Farmington, Harrison. Yep.
Yep. So
Crazy.
bummer.
So,
Yeah, you
all right,
guys are-
boys, we're at the 3-hour mark. We have done it. Shout out to the community for helping us get there. We do appreciate it. And, shout out to everyone who called. Shout out to Pen Game for being a part of our show. Now, I'm going to have him come back on again. I enjoyed having him on. Yeah, man. So here we are, boys. We had a good 2024 year for the most part, a lot of positives. We're going in 2025. We're optimistic as hell. I think it's going to be a good year for not only Michigan basketball, Michigan football, but let's do the damn thing, man. So, B-Dub, give us your final thoughts, and Block In, we'll go to your final thoughts, and we'll get out of here.
Well, real quick, Buckham, what school are you from?
Oh, I'm on the west side, man. I'm from Grand Rapids.
Oh,
Okay.
oh shit.
Floyd
Oh,
Mayweather area.
see, when you said, "Oh, you guys are East Side," I'm like, technically, if you're from Metro Detroit, that's not East Side. Like, we're technically where we were at was West Side, but to you, yes, we are East.
Yes, very much East.
You're all the way over there. Shit.
Yeah, man. I live pretty much downtown GR.
Yeah, I didn't know that Kentwood was over there. It was just south of you guys.
Oh, yeah, you didn't know that? I knew that.
Yep.
I didn't know that because
Isn't that
that's
where,
that's a track
Mazzy
find.
Smith went?
Oh,
Isn't
I
that where
just know
Mazzy
that
Smith went?
probably. I think so.
I actually for a brief period went to high school with Devin Booker.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I went to school when Mike Martin was still a running back at CC.
Yeah, fucking East Kentwood. Mazzy Smith went there. Grand Rapids. I knew that. It's weird the shit I remember, bro. That's so random.
And I believe Kobe Buffkin went to Grand Rapids Catholic, I believe.
Yeah, he did.
Yep. His games were pretty hype. He was really good.
For sure.
There's another kid that should have stuck around for another year, but
Bro, you know who should have stuck around that pisses me the fuck off? Iggy Brazdakis, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That makes me so sick, dude. He fucked his career up, bro.
He did very,
he was
very
so
bad.
talented, dude. Just come another year, let Beeline develop you. Son of a bitch, dude.
A lot of guys did that. So my final thoughts is that I'm like I said earlier, I'm just ecstatic with these two programs, the basketball program, football program. I'm so excited about the future.
Yeah. Yep. We agree, man. We agree. All right, BW, you got final thoughts?
Final thought. That's so bad. I'm definitely excited, dude. I'm excited for 2025, man. We got a quarterback, so I mean, bitches better be scared out here, dude. These streets better be scared, bro. That's all I gotta say. Ohio State, honestly, I really want Ohio State to fall just short. Okay, I know I said that I wanted them to win the national championship just so they could extend Ryan Day. I think I jinxed it.
He's already extended. Don't worry about it.
I feel bad.
He's coming back.
I know, but I just want him to fall short because I really don't want him to win it.
Well, he's not
I can't
fine, but he's
stand him.
good.
I know. So that's fine.
bad,
That's
dude.
fine. As long as he keeps coming, dude, his butthole puckers every time, dude. I'm going to love it. So,
Pause.
we're in his head.
Pause. Anyways.
No, we don't pause around here. We never pause, bro. Oh that shit.
Bro. All right, look. Here's the deal, man. Ryan Day's already signed. They're already back in. Like, what's fucking crazy is this fan base wanted him gone but now they're back in love with the fucking guy, which is fine, whatever. It doesn't bother me any. I don't mind it. And I'd rather have him there than, a potentially more dangerous coach. So no big deal. Like, here's the deal. We need Texas, guys. I'm gonna be real with you. At least me, do what you want, root for who you want. We need Texas to figure this out because the other three teams are not it.
Dude,
I cannot have Notre Dame, Penn State, or Ohio State winning this, dude.
Dude,
Notre
Dame fans, dude, and Ohio State
dude,
fans.
Notre Dame fans about to come out the woodwork, man.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, we can't have Notre Dame fans coming out. Okay, we can't. They need to be.
They need to stay where they are.
Yeah, exactly. In the dark corners, okay.
Right.
In the
they
basement.
think they're sweet, but they're not sweet. We don't need them.
Exactly.
We don't need them actually being
They're
sweet.
like, we won a national championship. I'm like, when? Like, when? Back in the 60s, 70s?
Yeah,
when was your last national? Lou Holtz was your last one, I believe.
Right. You haven't done a damn thing since the 80s. Bro.
Yeah. So it's like, get out of here. I can't stand those fans. I can't stand the podcast that they put out. I can't do it, dude. These fans are delusional, dude. They're like, we're great. I'm like, you're not in a fucking conference. You play the ACC, whoop-de-doo.
Right.
That's just SEC Big Ten light. So get out of here with that shit, dude.
Yeah. All right, we're on the same page. All right, boys. Well, we're gonna get out of here.
Okay.
Again, appreciate it. Hey, next show is gonna be Tuesday, 8 p.m. That's the Michigan Live show. Me and John D'Adamo. Then we'll have another call-in show next Thursday. Marmar is gonna be co-hosting with me, and then Monday is the Michigan Avengers 9 p.m. hangout. That's members only though, boys. Members only. So if you want to check that out, become a member. That's second tier or higher. Greatly appreciate it.
Is that just a show you guys just put on just specifically for us? It's not like a call-in show. It's just extra.
No, yeah, it's just a show. It's like a round table. We're just gonna talk ball.
Okay, cool.
Now, could it evolve? Maybe. I don't know. It's our first show. I don't know. We're just.
Well, it's just extra content to absorb, right? So, but that
yeah, exactly. That's the thing is like everyone wants us to do more shows. We're like, well, why don't we give it to our members? We got a bunch of them, so why not hook you guys up?
That's what I'm talking about. I like
do
it.
That.
So everyone should be subscribing. Okay, it's not that much money. Was it $5?
$5. $5 gives you access.
Exactly, $5, guys. Everyone's got $5.
Yeah. Yep. So appreciate it, boys. Appreciate it. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Everyone have a good night. And as you guys know, it's always
go blue.